It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, December 16th, 2024, and we're coming to you live this morning with 4 days left of the broadcast year for 2024. Count them down, baby.
That's crazy.
It's exciting is what it is, Gio. Let's not call it anything else but exciting. But crazy. I'm just ready for it. I'm ready for the vacation. I'm ready for the holidays. I'm ready for everything. Anybody done Christmas shopping?
No.
Yes.
No. I mean, almost, but no.
I'm pretty far along, Galvin, but I'm having some speed bumps, man. I'm having some problems. My father and my brother became the two hardest guys to buy for. I would imagine people say that I'm hard to buy for, but I'm going to be honest with you. I like everything. If he gave me a shirt, I'd like a shirt. If he gave me sneakers, I'd like sneakers. If he gave me... Yeah, Carmen, I'm being honest with you.
I know, but not really, because this is the thing. You're easy to buy for because you like, a T-shirt.
I'm easy to please. I'm really easy to please.
But you lose things.
True.
And you don't use them.
Well,
I'm not going to spend my money on something that you're going to lose. Or I don't want to waste my money. So I have to make sure it's something that you're like super excited about, because otherwise it's just a waste of money.
Yeah.
Carmen, you're 100% right.
I know. So that makes you hard to buy for.
Okay, so I do... You've been nailing it.
Yeah.
You've been nailing it. You know what I mean? I am definitely of the Shark Coast Tactical group. Like you could walk in there and walk out of there with anything, and I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, who has me for
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, easy peasy.
Yeah. Well, so because one year I made you that bullet cake, and you have all the bullets, but now it's like, well, if you're not going to shoot them, like I want you.
I do shoot them.
I want you to have something that you're going to use.
So I get ammunition. I store it, and then when I go to the range, I take it with me.
Right.
So I do use them.
Yeah, and I know I got you like a lot of shotgun shells because that was...
Can never have too many.
That was the base of the cake and stuff. You know what I mean? So, but every year, basically, I go with a theme.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that year, obviously, was Shark Coast themed. This year, I have a different theme.
This year, I hope this year is homemade porn.
Maybe. I know the year that I had you, it was a big swing and a miss.
Would you? No.
I bought what I thought was like this cool light up on air radio sign.
It was cool for a couple of months.
And it got thrown on the floor of the office. And I'm pretty sure junk jockeys took it away from me
wow.
a couple weeks ago.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, just big swing. It's all right. I tried. I learned.
Listen, I never complain.
No.
I'm never like, oh.
But that's what I'm
tell.
talking about. That's the gift. Like Gio wasted his money.
Yeah.
No, he did, but he didn't. It after a while, things lose their luster. You know,
it was still in the box.
Yeah.
Right. Swing and a miss on Gio's part.
I'll admit it.
Yeah,
but then I got you throwing knives one year, and you
love those.
Really love those.
Threw those.
Yeah.
Put a target on the back of the door.
Yeah.
Keep those. I have those right in my gun room.
Yeah, I thought that was good. So
violence. It's all about violence with me.
I feel like I bounced back on that.
Yeah. So, I got a gift for Gio. I got a gift for Galvin. Galvin, your gift. I bought you and Pete a gift from the same place. So the only goddamn thing that haven't gotten here yet. Everything else is I ordered them so early too. But I would imagine they'll be here before Thursday.
All right.
At least I could show you a receipt and a picture, unlike some people.
I got to tell you, Amazon is still crushing it because
Amazon's
my
great.
wife was like, "Can you get this for somebody?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "It'll be here Tuesday."
Yeah.
I really don't know how they do it. It's amazing because I ordered so much stuff and there were so many boxes coming and they still came to my house. And I think this is just what I ordered. Imagine what just anybody in my neighborhood or the city or whoever.
I feel like they buy up all these different buildings and then they make the stuff there. You know what I mean?
They have to. Here's the thing. There's an Amazon warehouse right around the corner from here. Okay. So the other day I ordered a TV mount. Big Dick hung a TV for me, and I said, do you have any mounts I could buy from you? Because he hangs a lot of TVs. And he said, no, I'm out. He goes, you could probably get one by Amazon, and it'll be there tomorrow. I ordered it at 10 o'clock after the show. I was there at 3 o'clock that afternoon.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, does that Amazon warehouse just by chance, 10,000 mounts in there?
Yeah. No, what they sometimes do is they go from different stores. because you have a person like Moose who does the independent delivery.
Right.
And if because they'll have like a deal with Whole Foods. So if you order something and they have it at Whole Foods, then they go get it. And that's not just groceries though. That's what I'm saying. Like,
so you'll say like they'll go to Best Buy?
I don't know what the stores are. I don't want to say it's specifically Best Buy, but there's other stores that they'll go get it from to get to because there's other sellers on Amazon. It's not all just Amazon products.
It really is magic. How Elon Musk has more money than Jeff Bezos, makes no sense.
Yeah.
Bezos should be the most richest person in the world.
How anybody else besides Amazon has any money? It makes sense because if I see something that I want, I go to Amazon to see if they have it.
Oh, I still laugh. I went into Walmart. I was getting somebody a present or something, whatever. I was like, I'll get them an Amazon gift card. So I asked the lady, I go, hey, you have any Amazon gift cards? And she goes, no, they're our competition. And I went, oh, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. And they're much better than you, by the way.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they sell Amazon cards at a lot of places.
But not Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Walmart
I mean, they'll sell them at like, Wawa or wherever, different places, CVS or something. But yeah, Walmart was like, no.
Walmart doesn't have the tap for credit cards.
Yeah, they're still holding out.
Because it's somebody else's technology and they don't want to pay them for it.
That's crazy.
They also want you to use their app. So because you can tap if you have their app.
My wife said to me the other day, oh, I have to go pick this up and I don't have time. And I go, I have time. You want me to go pick it up for you? And she goes, would you mind? I go, no, where is it? She's like, Target. All right, what do I do? And she goes, just pull up into the spot and tap it. I go, what? You made it like I had to go carry a television on my back. And she goes, no, you just go there. I went to Target, pull into a space, tap the thing, let them know I was in space number 1. Guy came out. What do you want it? I go, right in the back seat. Put it in the back seat. Thanks. Wouldn't even take a tip. I was like, cool. See ya. That's the best shopping ever.
By the way, speaking of TV mounts, and I have no idea if this works. It's a thing that I think I saw on Instagram, whatever, and it's a good idea. You know how like make something easier, make it so it's a TV mount that is about the size of your iPhone, and it says it can hold up to 200 pounds.
Oh, wow.
And it just goes into the wall, and the nails go in like diagonally, so it's like anchored in there, and they're hanging TV. Like anybody can do it. Like they have, ladies doing it. Yeah, but it's like they say that you can hang a TV in under like 3 minutes.
Wow.
Mount the thing. Yeah, Carmen.
No.
I have no idea. Probably not.
So Big Dick can hang it in 3 minutes. I can hang it in 2 minutes and then it'll fall off. The best is Big Dick hung that TV and then he came in here and he did some stuff and he goes, all right, I'm going to go check to make sure the TV didn't fall. And if it didn't, I'm out. I go, what do you mean? That's your test? And whether he goes, yeah, if it's still up, then it's good.
Right.
That's cool. I hope everybody had a good weekend. It was a long weekend. Carmen, you were definitely missed at the Christmas party on Friday.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Not by me, by others.
Oh.
I have to tell you, Galvin, you and I didn't really get to hang out that much, but I did see you briefly. And I had a good time.
Yeah.
I thought it was good.
It was weird. It was very, it was like very sparse.
It was weird. In the beginning, it was sparse because we had our own VIP section. Then there was the downstairs. Then there was the upstairs. And for some reason, like a nightclub, everybody thought upstairs was the cooler spot. So everybody started gathering upstairs. Then upstairs became crowded and downstairs became sparse. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
But I thought I didn't see the food, so I don't know what they had. Not that good. Yeah.
Sparse?
Sparse.
You want to talk about sparse?
What did they have for the food?
They had 2 pans.
What was it?
They had some like cheesy tots and some pulled pork.
Oh
wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Oof.
Like no sandwiches? Just pulled pork?
Did you hear sandwiches? Nope. Because guess what? I didn't see sandwiches.
Maybe it was bring your own sandwich roll.
No, I had one in my pocket. That's why I was so happy.
I did win on the raffle, though.
Oh, what'd you win?
Of course I won. Safety Harbor Spa.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I was not there for the raffle. I was speaking to the Real Housewives.
I met them. I talked to them.
Surprisingly I can't say that word. I thought they would be kind of bitchy, and they were not. Like, I was like, I'll break them down. Well, the one, I didn't really care about the kid, but I'm like, I'll have to break down the wife to make her cool, because I feel like it's in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But she's going to come out like, bitch, wasn't bitchy at all.
No, I feel like that it's a little bit put on as the character and, doing that stuff, whatever. Like, she's probably, with her family and with her friends and stuff, sometimes they get into fights and do this, that, whatever, but turned up a little bit. I think once she flipped the table and everyone freaked out, she goes, "Oh, okay,
I know it's cool."
Yeah, and everyone was like,
it's like a paid appearance, so they're not going to be mean to people,
right? Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying like even the people when they sit down for interviews, they're guarded,
right?
So I feel, and then they give me a list of things that I'm not allowed to talk to her about.
Yeah.
The day before, and it was she can't talk about the time she was in prison. Can't talk about her brother and sister-in-law.
All
can't
the fun
talk
stuff.
about. Yeah, I was like, why am I going to talk to her then? Prison's like the best thing that I want to talk to her about. And they were like, no. So then I'm sitting there with her, and I go, and she said, well, on the show, and I looked at her, and I go, don't look at me. I go, don't think I don't watch the show. I know what goes on the show. I've been watching since the old school Orange County. And they were like, oh, okay. And then I said something about the father, and she's in the Bahamas, and she goes, well, we go visit my dad in the Bahamas. And I go, oh, that must be nice. And she goes, well, if you watch the show, you know he was deported. And he goes, I go, yeah, I also have a list of things I'm not allowed to talk to you about, and that's on the list.
Yeah.
And they started laughing. They go, we don't care. And I go, I figured you didn't care. I go, but they gave me this list of things I'm not allowed to talk about, and they were all the good things. And they were like, you can ask us anything you want. So they were very cool. I thought they were good.
So I got to meet them and take a picture with them, and a couple things. One, I said, believe it or not, I actually watched the show. I said, you're going to be interviewed later on by a guy who asked me about the show. But then it's 2024. How do you take pictures with ladies?
You grab them by the butt.
No,
hands in the air. Show your hands.
I put my hands behind my back. Like I put my hands behind my own back. Yeah. And so the daughter is standing next to me, and she went to put her arm around me and grab my hand. And she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." It was very awkward.
She said we're engaged now.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I usually put my arm around a girl's waist without touching. I do the hover around that area. I do like just the
you do the hover around the waist?
Yeah,
Keanu
like
Reeves.
if they lean into me, like if I stand next to them, I'll just stand next to them and smile. But if they come in and like push in, I'll put my arm around, but I won't touch anything. I'll just put it around there.
Majority of the time, I'll ask. I'll be like, "Can I put my arm on you?" Whatever. Or a lot of the times it's after we get done playing with the band, and I go, "I'm very sweaty." I
do the same thing. I'm gross right now. Yeah. I went out to. Well, let's talk about this. Do you have your guesses in a sealed envelope of what I did?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we need to see it and then compare it to the truth.
I have video.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you?
Well, when was the video taken?
It was taken Friday.
Okay.
I saw him take the video. I can.
I believe you.
They're in the video. Joe and Gio are both in the video.
Okay. All right.
Stamped.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. That's perfect. Let's hear that, and then we'll do the reveal.
But I mean.
Just let's step on.
Yeah, I know, but you got to do something over here.
Yeah. Everything.
I don't know what your situation is. You know what I mean?
You looked very busy on social media.
Like I feel like I'm gonna tell you, and then you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I did it."
Yeah,
I'm not a liar.
Whoa!
Not when it comes to betting.
Where is the lightning?
Not when it comes to betting.
What did you do?
Well, hold on. Let's get to the video.
All right. Well, here's the video.
There you go. It says Friday morning. Friday?
I'm showing.
Friday morning. Look, that's what Joe was wearing.
I believe you.
There's Gio. Friday morning.
Friday.
Oh, here, look. Right on here. It says Friday.
Showing the computer.
There. So I am telling you that Mike is going to go to the Christmas, the Seltzerland thing. He's going to go to the Harley Davidson thing. He will not be at UFC. He will not be at TSO. $100 bet.
There you go.
All right. What do you know that I was at?
I know that you were at the Seltzerland because I was there and I
saw you at the Seltzerland.
I saw a up-to-date and current picture of you at TSO.
I was at TSO.
I looked at the date on the check.
Yeah, same. And I looked at him and I was like, how much weight?
Are we sure he's not photoshopped in there?
I'm like, what's the date on the check say?
There were 11,000 people there that can provide proof that I was there.
My brother-in-law and his wife were there, so they.
Oh yeah, that's true. They sent me a picture.
And then I know you were at the Harley Davidson thing.
Yeah,
I saw some video and pictures, and you and Santa and Pete and Santa and everybody else. And then I saw that you put out a picture from UFC.
Yes.
But no one was in it.
I know that Dizzy had a pair of good tickets to UFC.
I didn't see him there.
Were you at UFC?
I told you that if I was at UFC, I would take a picture of the cage.
No.
No.
I'm right there. You're just so wrong. You said, what do I have to do to prove? And we said, video of you.
Did I say it like a cartoon dog?
That is a
And we said we had to have video of you at UFC at Amalie Arena proving that it was there.
Yes.
Like the fighters and the thing and all that stuff.
Yes.
You put out a picture from UFC that I could have screen grabbed somebody else's and put it out.
Very good seats. I mean,
I screen grabbed Dizzy's picture.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
I did not go to UFC. It seems like my seats would have been very close to Amanda Pappas' seats, which makes me very upset. Yeah, because I could see where she was sitting.
So it was Dizzy in your seats?
Dizzy was in my seats, yeah. So I went to Winter Seltzerland, Harley Davidson, not UFC, too sleepy, and went to TSO on Sunday.
So that bet's a wash. Because
I don't think so.
You said you were going to go all 4. You went to 3. I said you were going to go to 2. You went to 3. So it's a wash. We had to have exactly what it was going to be.
Okay. That's not what I was thinking, but okay, I get that. I had, so let me give you the rundown. So I had Winter Seltzerland. There was no doubt that I was going out. I was performing there. So I was there. Saturday I had the Harley Davidson thing, also an appearance. So I was probably going to go to that one.
Probably.
Well, I mean, like, the bet was that I had to be there, but also things happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
those 2 out of the 4, those 2 were
the
most likely. Yes.
Work functions.
Yeah.
That one almost didn't happen.
Oh.
So I drive to Brandon, and Pete came with me, and Mike Olivero texted me and said, "You want to enter off of Solar Drive? That's the back entrance where the VIP parking is and all that stuff." Nothing makes me more annoyed than when you pull up to something, the $1 an hour security guard stands up and goes, "No, no."
Before you even talk to him, I love that. I love
like, how do you know no?
Yeah.
If you
how do you know
have people
Harley
parking?
Davidson?
Yeah,
Right.
if you have people parking over there, how do you know from a distance that I'm not in that parking area?
Right.
And the woman comes over and I reload on my window and she goes, "No, you're in the wrong spot." And I go, "Well, I'm with the radio station and I was told to park over here." And she goes, I don't have it." And I go, "Okay, well, ask around and I'll wait. I'm not in a hurry." And she's like, "Well, I don't." I go, "Listen, I was told to come park off Solar Drive. I have a text right here that says it." And then she comes back, and I said to Pete, I go, "She's got 2 minutes. If she doesn't come back in 2 minutes, we're leaving and we're going home." He was like, "Okay."
Can you use your walkie-talkie?
Yeah. And she came back, and she just moved the thing, and I parked. And I was like, "Thank you." And I don't pull up, and I'm like, "I'm Mike Calta. Let me park here." I go, "Hi, how you doing? I'm with the radio station."
Right,
yeah.
But when they start with a no, then Mike Olivero said, "Are you coming to Trans-Siberian Orchestra on Sunday?" I said, "Michael, it is my intention to be there. Can I park in the back area where the loading dock area, right?" And he goes, "I don't know." And he goes, I got blah blah blah. And I said,
"You gonna roll up like your Vasilevsky?"
Well, listen. Here's the thing. I'm not parking 6 blocks away to walk to the thing for 5 minutes to leave.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not staying for the show. I'm not doing it. There's no, and every year I've gone, I've parked in the back.
In and out.
I follow the instructions. Your name will be on the list. Park in the back, blah, 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 in and out. So Mike says, "I could ask." And I go, "Ask." So he sends a thing to Live Nation, and they write back, and they said, "Probably not. It's pretty busy back there." And I said, "Write back and say, he parked back there when Bon Jovi was here, and I think they may have more trucks than Trans-Siberian Orchestra."
We talked to the woman at Harley Davidson. She says, "No, no, out."
By the way, Trans-Siberian Orchestra may have more trucks than Bon Jovi. They have a big
they have a lot of people.
There's a lot going on back there.
Yeah.
There were more trucks than Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Bon Jovi's got it, Bon Jovi's like, "We've been doing this for 60 years, and we've got it down to 3 trucks.
Right, right.
It doesn't snow on stage at Bon Jovi.
No, I've never seen it snow. I've never even seen a bed of roses.
It was the most elaborate setup in so listen to this. There was UFC there on Saturday.
Yeah.
There was Trans-Siberian Orchestra on Sunday.
Which, by the way, amazes me. Can we just stop for a second? Amalie Arena.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not Amalie Arena.
Well,
that's
but I mean, like
crew.
the crews, the different crews and the different stuff. It amazes me that you go from ice to octagon to a huge concert stage to
and not in 24 hours.
Yeah,
like 8 hours.
Yeah.
So they broke down UFC as people were leaving and brought in the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Trans-Siberian Orchestra stage was one of the biggest stages I've ever been on in my life. I was on the front of the stage before they even lifted the curtain, and I had a stage.
I would have to imagine TSO crew is there at like 3 a.m. Starting at 3 a.m.
They are on those plastic, those foldable chairs, sleeping in the hallways.
Crazy.
When you go in there, there's guys that are working on the lights, doing last minute light changes and all that stuff, and they're fixing equipment and hanging it. But most of the crew is sleeping there in the hallways.
And can I point out that probably most of that crew that is not on stage, they're just building the stage and doing all that stuff, probably better guitarists and drummers than anyone's ever seen. You know what I mean? They're probably unbelievable. Just waiting for somebody to break their legs so they can be like, all right, you're up, Ernie, let's go.
So needless to say, Mike Calta texted me and said, your name will be on the list.
All right.
So then I drove to Amalie Arena, and I don't know how to get to that area. You can make a left in front of the arena. Now, may I point out, that corner digital board that they have out there, have you seen that? The 3D board that they have?
Oh, yeah.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So I made a left, and I said to the cop, I got stuck at the light right in front of the arena, and I said to the cop, I go, hey, I got to park in the back. How do I get there? And she goes, just pull up and tell them up there. And I said, okay, cool.
She didn't give you no?
She didn't give me no. She said, I asked, what do I do? Because I didn't know how to get there.
Right.
So I pulled up and I asked the guy, and he goes, ask the lieutenant right there. And let me tell you something, Lieutenant Hot Pants.
Oh.
She was the meanest, hottest chick I've ever seen.
Lady
Lieutenant, short black hair.
It's a Bon Jovi song, isn't it?
You know that there's Tampa PD listening right now, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Lieutenant Hot Ass." You know, maybe lesbian, like I don't know. You know what I mean? But smoking hot, short black hair, tattoos on her neck.
Whoa!
And I pulled up, and she yelled at me, and it was wonderful.
I loved it.
I rolled down the window, and I go, "Hi." I go, "I'm supposed to park in the back," and she goes, "Do you have credentials?" And I go, "I don't. My name's on the list." She goes, "How would I know that?" I go, how would you know that? I go, why do you really need to know that? I go, my name's on the list. There's a guard there at the gate.
Let them deal with it.
And she goes, I can't let you through. And I go, I don't really care if you let me through. I just am asking you, how do I get there? And she goes, go to the light, make a right, come all the way around. I go, awesome, thank you. And she's like, no problem. Like, she was not a jerk about it, but I'm not asking you to credential me in. I just want to know how to get there.
Also, if you're a lady lieutenant, you've dealt with some
she was
people before.
She knew how to deal with me, man. She was like, she wasn't like Harley Davidson security. She was like, move along, fatty. She was great though, and she was right. She ran me through Harbor Island, made a U-turn, came back, boom, right there. That's all I needed. And then that security guard at the gate couldn't have been any nicer over there. Overall, all my experiences were great this weekend. That Harley Davidson dealership, I don't know what we've been missing out on that. Have you been over there?
Where
Harley
is
Davidson in Tampa Bay and Brandon?
No, I don't think
I've never even passed there. It's huge.
But not only is it huge, they have like a village there.
Yeah.
So they have the Harley building
set up,
the empty area. Then they had stages over there, and then they have a restaurant bar on site. Oh, dude, that was a great time. I was like, why are we not doing more stuff over here? This is wonderful.
Well, we got it for 2025.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. Those are super nice people, and we gave away the Harley Davidson, and they did it in a reverse elimination.
I saw that.
It was so much fun to do. I had like 50, 60 people in there. I had to pull their names out one by one and go down and be like, you, loser, 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 all the way down. And it came down to two guys. One guy looked like he was a weekend rider, and one guy looked like he'd never sat on one before, and that's the guy who won.
Yeah.
He may have ridden. He was like a regular family guy. He was there with his wife and two kids, and ended up.
Imagine you went a Harley like a week before Christmas.
I was going to say, yeah. How great is that?
Even if you don't ride, sell it.
Right.
But it was, I'll tell you, it was not even like a giveaway Harley. It was a macked out, beautiful, all blacked out Harley.
I saw a picture of it.
It was nice.
It was cool. Yeah, it was really nice. A couple things. One, with dealing with people, whenever they give you the no before you're even trying to park or do anything. We were playing. The band was playing for St. Patty's Day over in Clearwater, and I pull up, and it's me and John Brennan are in my car, and I pull up to the thing where. Whoever at the time, I don't know whether it was Tom or whether it was Willie or whoever was working with us, said, hey, park right behind the bus. We have the spots over here for you guys, whatever. So I pull into the parking lot, and the lady gets up and starts shaking her head, walking towards my car, shaking her head. No. I haven't even said anything. I just pulled up, give me a second to explain what's going on, whatever. And so she walks up, to John Brennan's side, the passenger side, whatever, and she goes, "You can't park here," blah blah blah. And it was Willie, because I remember then Willie comes walking over to mine, and I just rolled the window up on her. And John Brennan goes, "Oh my god!" And I go, negative Nelly, get out of here. I go, "Willie, where do we park?" And he goes over here, and I go, "We're parking over here."
That's the other thing. I call him by a name. I go, "Listen, Fran."
Yeah,
just make up a name. Hey, Linda, I'm parking here.
So that UFC. Did you watch UFC?
No, I was too pooped out, man.
I got to tell you, we talked about not a lot of huge names. There were some names on there that we recognized, but no, it's a fight night, so it's not like it's not going to be a title fight or anything like that. Some great fights.
Really?
Some great fights. We'll get into it in news and different stuff that happened with Tampa. And Tampa definitely represented for sure.
I was when I started watching it, I was bummed I wasn't there.
Yeah,
I definitely had FOMO. I'm like,
I feel like I would have felt that way if I watched it too. I was just too wiped out.
That main event didn't start till like 12:30. It was late.
It was late.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then they turned over for TSO.
That's why I was saying they had to have been there like 3 o'clock in the morning.
I think the walkout was like 12:30. I was like, damn, this is late.
Yeah, I could not do it.
Because I know that for a fact, because I did pretty well with UFC, and I text Dizzy because I saw that he was there or whatever, and then I realized it was like 1:40 when I texted him, and I was like, oops.
Yeah.
After I texted him, so the next day I was like, hey, sorry about the late night text.
Yeah, it was 1 o'clock before it even ended.
So I have a situation.
Okay.
I may have vertigo.
Uh-oh.
I am like completely unbalanced.
I feel like they're going to use this when you die with a brain tumor and be he thought he had vertigo.
I don't know. I got to go to the doctor and find out what's going on. But I my eyes can't catch up with my body.
That sounds pretty common though.
Oh yeah. I mean, it may be.
It does happen quite often. Yes.
It may be, and they say it's just like an inner ear thing, whatever. But like, if I turn my head, I'm like, whoa. Yeah. So I don't know what the hell's going on.
Also,
but
we're getting old.
I've been dealing with it for the last couple of days, and I'm like, what is happening? This is weird.
You're going to the doctor?
Yeah. I got to go to the doctor and get a test and see what's going on. But if for some reason I'm like weird or something happens.
You need to go to a lifeguard, have them scan your head?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It says a sudden internal or external spinning sensation often triggered by moving your head too quickly.
Yeah.
That was
now. How does that work when you're driving?
Driving, I was okay, Carmen, but I haven't gone running. I was going to go running the other day, and I said to my wife, I'm going to go running, but I feel like I'm going to fall down. And she goes, well, then don't go running. And I go, I mean, I kind of have to.
Do you have a fever?
I don't think so.
Do you have vision problems?
No.
Hearing loss?
What?
Difficulty speaking?
Hello.
Feel weakness or numbness in your arm or leg?
No.
Fall or have difficulty walking?
Little difficulty walking, but not really.
Do you have a headache?
No.
All right, good.
Yeah.
You don't
have a stroke.
Yeah, it said see a doctor immediately if those are your symptoms.
Well, here's one of the things, and I don't think this is it, because it's I was supposed to go and donate blood on Friday, because I have to donate blood because I'm on testosterone, and that thickens your blood. So you give blood every once in a while and do that. That's part of the thing, whatever. And I was supposed to go Friday, but it's not like it's that where it's like your blood's so thick. You know what I mean? But I'm just like trying to go through a list of things. I'm like, what is going on? What happens? Whatever. I remember my mom had vertigo one time, and we were like, what is going on? But she had it really bad, and had to have an ambulance come and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, it was wild. But so I don't know. I'll find out. But I just wanted to give you a heads up if for some reason
if you go down, that's like the Twin Towers going down. You're so tall.
Yeah.
Joe, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Michael. How you doing?
Gio, I know you don't want to hear this, but the Me and My Wife podcast, video-wise, huge success.
Oh.
Joe did a great job.
I did. I watched some of it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
It looked good. It sounded good. That was very hard to get that sound where you can hear us and not hear everything in the background.
Yeah, the room was a bad room for that.
Right, but we still were able to pull it off.
But that's out of your control. It's out of your control.
And there was a DJ there. You know?
So you did not hear the conversation that Spike had with me just to the left of you guys?
No, I did not.
And so they were doing the podcast, so we walked up there to check it out and support. And hey, everybody, we see you. And the Spike comes over to me and he's talking. And he goes, "Hey man," he goes, "You ever say the N-word?" And I go, "Do I say the N-word?" And he goes, "Yeah, like if it comes up in a song, this and that." And I go, "Oh no, not in a song." And he started laughing. But he goes, "No, but do you think you should be able to, or do you?"
That's what we were talking about on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Is that what it was that carried it over? And I go, yeah, no. I go, music that I listen to, it doesn't come up often, whatever. I go, but it's
Slayer says that it's a problem.
Right, yeah. I said it's not something I say, whatever. And I did tell him what Theo Vaughn said. Theo Vaughn said something that made me laugh so hard. He had a black guy on who's a comedian. They were talking about different stuff. And Theo Vaughn goes, oh, I know. He goes, I never say the N-word. He goes, if I get mad enough, I'll write it down. Just get it. And I'm like, that's so good.
I don't know what brought it up. We were talking about my wife with the Wu-Tang Clan. And I said, and then Spike was there, and Dizzy was there, and then EJ from the Vibe was there. Yeah. EJ not feeling it as much as the. Well, I got to be honest with you, Dizzy was okay with it, but Spike wasn't feeling it either. And I said, listen, poets wrote their poetry the way they want it done. Who am I to edit it out? You know, I'm not. I go, I don't emphasize it. I'm not singing it in somebody's face. I said it, but if I'm alone in the car, and they're like, if you're alone in the car, it's okay. And I go,
but why is it okay if you're alone?
It's not. It's just. It was an interesting conversation that we had.
If I'm in the car, you'll never know. You'll never know.
EJ had peaks and valleys. I let him know that we did this, and he was like, "Oh, that's good." And then I let him know that we used to number our black listener, and he went, "Oh, that's not good." And I went, well, but they were a lot of them, and they're still around.
And we were proud that we had black listeners.
That's what I said. People told us women weren't going to listen, and certainly black people and Hispanic people weren't going to listen. And now I'm the fat king of Mexicans, and women love us, and black dudes. Do you know how many black bikers were out there?
Yeah.
I was pulling for Rico Suave to win the bike.
He lightened up when you told him the N was for new.
New, yeah. I said we didn't N one and
By the
two.
way, I don't know whether lightened up is the proper term.
The first half of the podcast was talking to Teresa and Gia, and the second half was talking to Dizzy and EJ and Spike, and I have to tell you, it went very well. And then Soul Brother Kevin was there.
Yeah. Oh, I hung out with Soul Brother for a while. By the way, at any point,
he is the most confusing human being in the world. He texted me and he was like, Trucker Tony is running around telling people he knows about what's going on the radio station with Roger and JP because he talked to an ex-employee, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, just because Soul Brother Kevin told you what he thinks might be happening doesn't make you know anything.
Right.
And then Kevin's like, man, I'm back here in Tampa. I'm not driving. I go, it doesn't matter. I go, this guy's spouting out like he knows because of what you told him. And he's like, I know you don't like me, Mike. And I go, but he wasn't being serious, but like he just drops those things in the middle of a conversation. I like to get this on record. I love Soul Brother Kevin. I think he's a super talent. I think he should be on the air somewhere here or anywhere else. He's great. And I like him. And he's confusing.
You know that I like Kevin because when I saw him, I go, Kevin! And stood up and hugged him.
Yeah.
I'm not hugging a lot of people and stuff.
One time, Bobby Kelly and I were sitting outside at the Montreal Comedy Festival, sitting outside a parking garage. And every comedian came by. Every comedian. Bill Burr came by. Jeff Dye came by. All these comedians walked by. Then Roy Wood came by, and I got up and I hugged Roy Wood. And Bobby Kelly was like, what just happened? And he goes, every comedian of every caliber walked by, and your fat ass didn't move at all. And Roy Wood came by, and you got up and gave him a hug. I go, I like Roy. I know Leroy for a long time.
Speaking of Bobby, I saw that he has some cool information that his Killbox, his special that he filmed right here in St. Pete with Louis C.K. directing, is going to be on YouTube starting today.
Yeah, right. Today. Nice. On there for free. You can go watch it, and that's awesome. Yeah,
Joe did a great job with the video. When I tuned in, I don't know how he did this, but did you shrink Dizzy on the video?
I mean, that is. Have you seen this?
I took a screenshot. I sent it to the group.
I'll put it on Instagram.
Dizzy looks like little Vern Troyer Mimi from Austin Powers.
It is, Carmen. I'll show you. I'll put the picture on. Where did you do it? Where did you send it, Jay?
To the group. Group. I don't know how you did it, Joe, but it is awesome.
I'm going to put it on our Instagram right now.
It's funny because Mike is close to the camera, and he's bigger, so he looks bigger, whatever. Amanda looks, like Amanda. And then you have EJ sitting there.
EJ's a big guy.
And then EJ is in, like, the back. And Dizzy is in the back and, like, leaning back, and he looks tiny. Yeah, that's hilarious.
What is happening?
That's right. When I tuned in, I go, what the hell is this?
By the way,
it looks like even his arms are small. He's like,
everything. Well, and then the way he's sitting because he has his feet like crossed, so you can see one foot, so it looks like they can't touch the ground.
It's on our stories on our Instagram at the Mike Calta Show.
God.
Joe, fantastic work.
Thank you.
By the way, the Christmas party that we had, the company Christmas party, I don't know anyone. I don't know anybody. Like in the building, we weren't like hanging out with everybody all the time, but we at least saw people and knew people. I would say 80% of the people there, I had no idea who they were. And it was funny because a guy introduced himself. He said he had met you. He came in. He was an artist, and he came in. And did,
I remember.
Yeah, and his wife works with us.
Yes.
And she works in digital, and he goes, my wife. And she goes, no, he doesn't. She goes, we've never met, whatever. And I go, no. I go, we're not in the building anymore, so don't know any of the people. But I will tell you somebody that I met that I love. Dizzy's girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
Dizzy's girlfriend's great.
Yeah,
is she
great.
regular size?
No, she's mini.
Dizzy size.
Tiny.
You know what she is? And I mean this in the best possible way.
Nope.
She's female Dizzy.
Yeah.
Because
she really is.
You immediately like her.
Yeah.
She's cool. She's funny. She kept on trying to get me to dance, and I go, "Who do you think I am? Who do you think? Did somebody tell you I'm a fantastic dancer?"
Yeah.
Like I could see Dizzy saying, "Hey, make sure you get Calvin to dance. He's great."
Is he going to bring her on the cruise?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the cruise. But she's coming to the pub crawl. She brought that sexy Santa outfit for the pub crawl.
Oh,
perfect.
nice.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but she's really cool. I like her a lot. So her and Dizzy are great.
The only problem with them is my wife and I asked them to take a picture of us together,
Right.
and they shoot up. That's not good.
yeah.
They're not good picture
You
takers.
got to put
Wonderful
one on
people.
the other shoulders.
Yeah.
The upshot's never flattering.
Never flattering.
No.
Apparently, neither is the back shot of Dizzy.
I saw the picture that you were of like the whole party, and I knew 3 people. I knew you, Richard, Melanie, and Johnny B.
Yeah.
That was
At
it.
one point, they brought everybody behind our broadcast.
Yeah,
picture,
that was
and I go,
weird.
That was really
okay,
weird.
I don't know what's happening here.
I was like, we're gonna do this while they're on there. Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna be distracting.
I
or
just
weird
didn't
and
know
all of a
what
sudden.
was going on. Everybody came in, and I'm like, I don't know what's going
It
on.
looked like a crowd of people were like watching the podcast. Like,
So we have the room, and it's really nice the way it was set up and everything was really cool. I was talking to Monica, talking to Johnny B, talking to Kevin, everybody else, Jason Meter, our big boss and stuff. So Jason does the raffle and does that stuff, and then he's, takes a minute and, hey, I want to thank everybody, and I'm glad all of us got together. Very nice, touching thing, whatever. And he said, missing Brian, who was with us, who passed away and stuff. The entire time he's talking about Brian and how great of a guy Brian was and wishes he was there, Johnny B is going, you see that tall guy over there? That guy was just like going up. And I go, Jesus Christ, he's talking about that guy.
Was he drunk?
Oh, yeah. It was
Oh,
great.
Johnny.
But listen, Johnny was funny and it was hilarious and stuff and everything. But I was just like, Jesus Christ, he's talking about that guy. Like, time out.
Have some respect.
I was watching the live stream for a couple minutes, and when you guys are on the couch, and Johnny, you had like two two signs that had like the logos and stuff, and Johnny B was like in the middle, and he's like dancing,
Making faces.
making faces.
Yeah.
So I
love it.
screenshot it and I sent it to him. I go, "What the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm sorry, man. I'm so drunk right now. I don't
He
know where
sent
I'm
me a
at."
thing the next day, and he was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to you. I was dancing or whatever. I didn't know what he was talking about." That's so funny.
By the way, Johnny B known for knocking stuff over, too.
Yep.
He almost
Very
killed a kid
dangerous.
over here.
Very
Very
dangerous.
expensive artwork he was peeking through.
All right, let's take a break and get the show moving this morning. It is our last week of giveaways, our last week of Sporkle for the year, and we'll play that next. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we will do it. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I expect there to be even more people there this year. Each stop we're going to make, all 4 stops, we're going to be giving away prizes, including a Calta cruise for 2 at each stop. Not 1 for the 4, 1 at each stop. So you could either win concert tickets or prizes, but somebody will win a cruise for 2 at each stop, which I'm very excited about. And then before you know it, we'll be back from break, and the cruise is the next thing we'll be concentrating on. Baby's got hiccups. Yeah, it'll be here before you know it, and I'm very excited for it because I'm not going away for Christmas, so I'm going to need a little vacation coming up around April or so. If you want to go and you want to get it for your spouse or your friend or somebody for Christmas, you can still do that. You can go to theboneonline.com and get the information. There's still some rooms available. But I know we have hundreds of people going already. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal. This will be one of the big ones. And everybody says, how many years are you going to do this? Whenever I go out until people stop going, until they stop doubling the year we had before. After COVID, I thought this may be the end because they started dying out. COVID, a lot of people couldn't go. Half the staff couldn't go. And then all of a sudden, next year, bigger than that. So
Year after COVID may have been one of the best years.
And this year, we have almost double the people we had then. So
Crazy.
It's going to be insane.
And also, you have to realize that we're giving a lot of cool stuff away, and you can easily win it. Like the guy that just won the Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he probably
There's no tricks to it.
Yeah. He was probably signed up for it and then wound up winning a Harley Davidson.
Well,
yeah. So some 4 different people are going to win a cruise out there at the pub crawl.
Looking forward to it. Right now, though, we have other stuff to give away. Carmen, what is that stuff?
We do. We have tickets for Styx and Loverboy,
Nice.
Monster Jam, Supercross, Alice Cooper, Reggae Rise Up, Papa Roach and Rise Against, and Blue vs. Lightning.
Oh, the Blues versus Lightning.
Yeah, the Blues.
Bluebirds. What are Bluebirds?
No, Blues.
Yeah, that's Tuesday night, I believe.
Yes.
At the Amalie Arena.
December, yes.
December, yeah.
Thursday, sorry.
Thursday.
Yeah.
December, yes.
Anytime
I think I have what Galvin has.
Don't turn your head too fast.
All right, let's give some stuff away right now. A little bit of Sporkle. Here we go.
Blue Smirk.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pat is your judge and scorekeeper. We're down to the last 4 days of Sporkle for the year. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing 3 number 1 hits in 1 year. Can you name the artist? So I'm going to give you 3 songs. I'm going to give you the year, and then you're going to give me the artist.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to give you the year, then the songs. You're giving me the artist. All right, your first one. 2020, Stuck With You, Rain on Me, Positions.
Katy Perry.
Stuck With You, Rain on Me, Positions.
Sabrina, whatever.
Rihanna.
Ariana Grande. 1964. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
The
Beatles.
Mike Calta. 1979. Too Much Heaven. Tragedy.
Bee Gees.
Mike Calta. 2021. Butter. Permission to Dance. My Universe.
K-pop. No, what is the name of it?
Oh, B2K. No. Take that back. I was sounding it out.
BTE.
BTS.
Oh, so close.
Damn it.
I just said a genre of music. I don't know what their names are.
You got the Funko Pops of it right out here in the
I
hallway.
almost said BTLS and throw up in my mouth. So
Oh,
BTK Killer?
oh, BLT.
Oh, okay.
We're getting breakfast
Now
on?
you're talking. 1979. Hot Stuff.
Donna
Bat-
Summer.
Donna Summer. Is someone's phone ringing? What's that?
Joe.
I got some weird alert.
Oh, you had vertigo.
jeez.
You gotta
got
take your
that
pills. Mike.
Me.
Yes.
I got that point, Jeff. Thank you.
Nope.
We all did.
2018. In My Feelings. Nice for What?
Drake.
God's Plan. Yes, Mike Calta. 1975. Philadelphia Freedom.
Bill Elton John.
Mike. 1960. Stuck on You. It's Now or Never. Are You Lonesome Tonight?
Elvis.
I will give you that.
Presley.
Thank you. 1988. Father Figure.
Madonna.
One More Try. Monkey.
She's right.
What year?
1988.
Paul Abdul.
George Michael.
Madonna had Papa Don't Preach and Oh Father.
Yeah. Not Father Figure.
That was close.
1970. I Want You Back. ABC.
Jackson
Jackson
5.
5.
Mike Calta. And Pap. We're halfway there.
I felt like I got that one first.
Gio on the board with 0. Galvin also 0. And Michael is having 7. He's your leader.
Oh.
You can have it.
All right, thank you. Yeah, good point, me. Jackson 5.
All right, we're doing 3 number 1s in 1 year. Your next one, 2010. California Girls,
The Beach Boys.
Teenage Dreams.
Katy Perry.
Galvin.
2004
I
Beach
would've
Boys.
paid
Yeah.
attention.
2024, this year. Like That, Not Like Us, Squabble Up.
Cardi B.
Travis.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, that guy.
Not like us. That's a big one.
They not like us.
Mm-hmm.
Who are they?
1991. Someday, I don't want to cry. Emotions.
Mariah Carey.
Galvin. 1988. The way you make me feel.
Michael Jackson.
Mike Calta. 1989. Straight up.
Oh,
Galvin. 2004. Yeah. Burn.
Usher.
Usher.
Oh, featuring Lil Jon. Damn it.
Geo. And Pap.
On the board.
We are on the last three.
Gio on the board with a single solitary point.
Nope, Jackson 5. Mike gave it to me.
Galvin has 3 points, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
Oh, man.
Tight. 3 number 1 hits, 1 year, last 3. Here we go. 2010. Rude Boy. What's my name?
Rihanna.
Mike Calta. 1964. Where did our love go? Baby Love.
Supremes.
Mike Calta. And your last one, 2023. Anti-hero. Is it over now? Cruel Summer.
What year?
2023.
The Karate Kid.
What? Anti-hero. Is it
Taylor
over?
Swift.
Yes, sir.
Your final score, Gio with that 1 point.
Goes so fast.
Galvin with 3 points, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 11.
How many is that in a row?
What? That is 1 in a row.
Really?
That is 1 in a row.
Who won Friday?
Galvin.
Damn it.
Galvin was going for 3 in a row today.
Oh, you didn't even tell me.
I have vertigo. That doesn't count. Come on.
What are the year-to-date totals?
The year-to-date totals, I have 17, Galvin has 73, and Mike now has 107.
All right, Galvin, what do we have coming? Oh, let me pick a line real quick. Sorry, but I'm going to skip that. Good morning. Who is this?
Good morning. This is Logan.
Logan. Good morning, Logan. How are you doing today, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
What do you do for a living?
I'm a sheet metal fabricator.
Yeah, do it. Somebody's got to make them. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you here during the break, and we'll hook you up with the prize. All right, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening. All right, Calvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, Kids for Cash, Tampa time, and tough weekend.
Oof. Okay, Galvin, as your news. We'll take a quick break, come back and dive into it next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. We have the Christmas pub crawl happening Friday in downtown Newport Richey. Looking forward to that with our friends from Budweiser. We'll be giving away a cruise at every stop on it. We'll be giving away other prizes as well, but you can win a Calta cruise for 2 at each of the 4 bars that we go to, of which I cannot name any except for Kangaroo. I know it ends there.
That
Anybody
is
know
one of
that
them?
one? That's
Yeah.
the last one. I know that.
That's one of them.
Yep. Then there's the...
Well,
don't
don't
know.
speculate. Don't
I
speculate.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know the names.
I can tell you right now, it's pulling up.
I will know by Friday. Friday, I'll be there at all 4 of them.
So we start at 7 p.m. Starts at 7 p.m. at Village Pub.
I will be there at the Village Pub at some point.
Okay. Then we go over to Bourbon on Main.
Now, who is supposed to be at the first one?
That's me and Gio.
Gio and Gio. I will be there around 7:30 for sure.
What did I draw the short straw?
Too bad.
The old short straw.
Well, that's what you get.
So Village Pub, then Bourbon on Main. Then you go over to Steamworks.
Now, who is supposed to be at Bourbon on Main?
That is a crossover with Joe, Gio, and myself.
Okay. All right. And I'll be there too.
And then Steamworks is where you and I officially show up.
We'll have already been there.
That's
And
a-
I'm a
that's a new one.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new one. We didn't go to that one last year.
Okay, good.
So it'll be good.
And then at 10 p.m. we wrap it all up. Well, our final spot is Kangaroo Bar.
Then naked pool party at Pizza House.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
In.
Dudes only.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
Still in.
took a turn.
Just kidding. Okay, good. That is all happening Friday night in downtown Newport Richey. I'm telling you right now, no doubt, getting drunk as a skunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I haven't had bad food. I haven't had bad alcohol, but I'm doing both on Friday.
Now, I know
No, not both.
Joe has been on the wagon.
Yes. I have the
Will
water
you
wagon.
will you be wagoning around on Friday?
I might
dabble a little.
I might dabble.
Okay.
I mean, the people demand it. They're going to pub crawl.
Listen, last time he peed on my running boards.
Yeah.
Still, this is what the people are showing up for.
You said that was part of it. You said
I'm not mad at him. I didn't fire him. He didn't get in trouble for it. I didn't demand he clean my running boards.
I feel like drinking with Joe is part of the experience.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh, you're sober? Cool.
Okay. Drinking with Joe.
All right.
Yeah.
Not urinating with Joe.
No, it
we don't need that.
Well,
but
you know,
we don't
if you
need
want.
Like we just had Billy Gardell in here. When we were over in Ireland with Billy Gardell, I wanted to do a shot with him. I said, let's do a shot together so when you're famous, I can tell people I did a shot with Billy Gardell over in Ireland. You want to do a shot with Joe in Newport Richie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said to Billy Gardell, I bet you won't fight that guy from Canada. Billy almost kicked his ass. So, yeah.
That was good.
That was good. All right, so we have that all set for Friday. Now, Carmen,
Yes.
will you be drinking?
Undecided.
Oh.
Only because, I have been
All right,
drinking.
I want you to end up in prison that night.
No, wait, what?
I want you to drink with the intention that you're going back to the hokey.
Yeah, now I'm not drinking.
Yikes.
You can't put that bad.
I don't want you to do. I don't want you to do it. I want you to drink. I want you to drink that strong.
Yeah, I definitely can't. I can tell you that.
How about if you drink till you slap a bitch?
No, you're trying to get me in trouble.
No, I don't want you to be in trouble. I just miss old Carmen.
Yeah, I don't know. I might.
Now, am I falling for some Photoshop evidence, or did you get nominated for some sort of award?
Oh my gosh, no, that was just. So the guy who made all the players conference title winning things, whatever.
That's what they're called.
The
That's
plaques.
what they're called.
The very prestigious award, the winning conference title thingy.
Something.
I don't know what they're called. They're conference something because they're all different, right?
Yes.
So there was 9 players that were voted for conference Western National Conference.
All right.
Yes. Very prestigious, I hear.
Very prestigious. There was 9 players, and then Coach Chad won Coach of the Year for the Western National Conference.
I'm not even sure what show we're listening to anymore.
I don't even know what person we're listening to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this guy made these flyers for all the kids with their stats and this and that, and then Chad had him make me one because.
Can I polish up that story?
Thank you.
Right.
It's a guy that makes flyers. It's fake.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
That's what I kind of brought up a little.
Jesus,
Stolen valor.
It's not stolen
Carmen's the
valor.
Western Conference champ, sideways mother of the year.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fake award.
Yeah. It's not a real thing. 100%. Yeah. I don't know why you even brought it up.
Because I liked it and I thought it was cute.
Yes. So thank you, Chad. And then Dunk Effects. That's the guy who made the flyers for everybody.
And shout out to the Western Eastern Conference National Finals.
Is he German?
Shout out to the Wicked to the West.
Hell of a lot of competition this year in the Eastern Western National Conference Finals.
It's too early, man. A lot of words.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Our top story this morning, the corrupt former Pennsylvania judge convicted of funneling juveniles to for-profit detention facilities in exchange for $2.1 million in kickbacks, had his lengthy prison sentence commuted by President Biden.
Oh, that seems like a crime that you don't commute.
It was crazy, too. So the former judge, Michael Conahan, the jurist at the center of the so-called Kids for Cash, which, Carmen, you may have heard about this from Law & Order.
Oh, I thought you meant from Chamberlain.
No, from Law & Order. They had it on there as one of the scandal things. Was among the almost 1,500
Commuted?
No.
Okay. Community?
Western Conference.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't.
I'm going to help you out with it.
I think it's the vertigo.
Commutations.
Oh, that wasn't so hard.
Yeah, I know, but people are telling me what it could be other stuff too, and nobody's like it's definitely a brain tumor. They're like it's this. little thing, whatever. But yeah, I got wobbly eyes going right now. Was commuted by the 82-year-old president, granted in the largest presidential act of clemency on a single day in modern history, according to the White House. So Conahan, who is 72, pleaded guilty to racketeering conspiracy charges for his role in the scheme that was he was sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison in 2011. He was released to home confinement in Florida at the height of COVID-19 pandemic back in June of 2020, and now they just said, yeah, let him go.
Yeah, he's already home.
But he didn't, obviously, parents of kids that were put into jail just so that this guy could make money.
I know, it's a crime.
Yeah, there was a whole thing where it was like, Gio, you did something and you're 15 years old, and they're like, he's going to get a slap on the wrist. Nope, 3 years in jail. And they're like, what is going on with this guy? Why is he sending all these people to those kids?
I feel like some of those kids belong in jail.
I'm sure some of them did.
Yeah. Is that
but he was doing it to make money because he was part of it. So
yeah, he got kickback for it, and he got $2.1 million in kickbacks.
Are the money making crimes? Those are considered white collar crimes?
Yeah, they're not down. They're not getting their hands dirty.
Right.
Yeah.
But think about those kids and like the life that they lost.
The kids and the family and everything. Oh yeah. For something that may have been a minor mistake, stupid kid thing, whatever, and then they wind up because a lot of times, I got to be honest with you, a lot of times going into a facility makes you more of a criminal than you were before you went in there.
You got to look at Carmen, how many years of service he has and what he's done before, and then how many years he's put in to serve of his sentence. And then you go, okay, he's 72. He's not going to do anything else anymore. He wasn't out murdering kids. So it's not a matter of...
I think you...
If it was my kid, I'd be furious.
But that's what I'm saying. I think you add up the sentences of the kids that he put in there. That's his sentence. He has to do all the years that they did it.
But they weren't just innocent kids that he put in jail. They were still kids who were bad.
But like Galvin said, they were something for like a slap on the wrist. Like your son would get a slap on the wrist and he gets to come home that night. But a kid who doesn't have a parent who can afford a lawyer, they're going to juvie for 5 years.
It's a crime.
Right.
I'm not saying he
do the time.
I know, but there are plenty of people who don't do their full time, no matter what the crime is. They get out on good behavior. They get out.
I think the biggest thing for this guy, I think financially, if you got him financially, would be the biggest thing.
Which he probably has been decimated already.
Yeah, I don't know.
Back.
So what year did it start?
What year did it start?
What year did he get sentenced?
Let's see. It says that he was sentenced 17 and a half years in 2011.
Okay. So it's 11 to 14 that he served the time already. So it's not like he served more than half his time. And he's 72 years old, and he's been on house arrest since COVID. So
9 years. So he had 9 years, and then he was home for COVID, and then he was.
He should have to pay all those families back with the money.
He may have had to. It doesn't say, or he may have been doing the time as a result of not being. It's a
situation where you go, if that was my kid, I'd be furious,
right?
But also especially if it was my kid that just made a stupid mistake, and it wasn't like he was a career criminal. Like I'm sure there was a lot of kids that he put in jail that were bad kids that had to go to jail.
But it's similar to your son got robbed, and the guy who robbed him got 12 years in jail, but they let him out on good behavior after 8. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? It's not like he just said, "Oh, guys, a wash," and he's not a criminal anymore, and he just commuted.
We can just send Luigi after him.
It's not impartial.
What's that?
That's not impartial. That's not impartial judgment. That's his job, is to make a real judgment, a fair and unbiased.
Right, but
he's using money.
But he was punished for it.
No, was he? He didn't give the money back. He still got.
You don't know that.
He still has the money.
You don't know that. There's no way that they put him in jail and didn't give him some sort of monetary fulfillment or restitution. Yeah. There's no way.
Red killed his wife and they let him out. I mean, come on.
Well,
it took him a long time though.
Yeah, that's true. He got denied many times.
Red didn't kill his wife.
He did.
Wasn't his wife?
Andy.
Andy
was accused of killing his wife.
I thought Red killed his wife too.
But they didn't. No, Red killed somebody and they let him out. Andy killed his wife supposedly, and he escaped.
Didn't Red cut the brakes on the wife's car?
No,
that was the story in the book.
Oh, in the book, maybe.
Oh,
why would he kill his wife?
Book.
What was he in Shawshank for?
He was accused of murdering somebody.
Right.
Yeah, but
Ellis Boyd Reddington is responsible for his wife's murder. How he killed her? Yeah, disabled her brakes. That's
Did not say that in the movie.
I'll
that's a book
accept
thing.
your apologies.
I remember him saying something about that. If I could go back and tell that
We're
kid,
sorry, Gio. We were wrong.
This stuff
you were right.
Yeah, but it doesn't say his wife in the movie. I would definitely remember that. He just says somebody.
Do we want to put money on it?
Yes. Yes.
You didn't read the book.
I didn't read the book.
I read the book. I read the book. The book's way shorter. I read
parts of the book. I never finished the book.
Listen, Stephen King, that was a short story in The Stand, I think, actually. It was Rita Hayworth in The Shawshank Redemption. And it was a short story. Frank Darabont, who made Shawshank. I mean, the director, he really made that into the movie and did all the extra stuff, whatever. But, so Red did kill his wife. You were right, Gio.
Thank you.
Like that.
Thank you, Galvin.
I'm a man.
Thank you, Galvin.
I'm a movie guy, and then the movie he did not mention it was his
I'm
wife.
sure you're correct, and the internet is wrong.
He didn't say it on the internet.
You just got it from the internet.
No, but that says the story of the movie.
That says in the movie.
That's not the movie. It doesn't say the movie, does it?
No, let me, I mean, you can find the scene. Red kills his wife. Let's see what he says about it, because it's the scene where he's talking about it and stuff, where he says, "Go ahead, Sonny," does all that stuff.
I know it's tough to admit that I'm right.
It's not. I don't, especially since we don't have any money on it. Anything?
I'm trying to find.
I feel like I remember that.
No, we're
Red,
we're
the
all
murderer.
frantically looking for it.
Yeah.
Red talks about why he's in jail.
All right.
Okay. There we go.
That's it.
Oh, I got.
$50.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know if he curses.
I'll put $50 on it.
Okay.
Your files say you've served 40 years of a life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated? Rehabilitated?
I don't know what that word means.
Well, now let me see. I don't have any idea what that means. Well, it means you're ready to rejoin society. I know what you think it means, Sonny.
Sonny.
To me, it's just a made-up word.
It's so good.
A politician's word. So young fellows like yourself can wear a suit and a tie.
Is this the right job? Is this the right team?
I think so.
I don't think it is.
Me either.
Isn't this where he tells him, go F yourself?
Oh, I hope not.
Oh.
Am I sorry for what I did?
Stamp your papers.
All right. There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Not because I'm in here, because you think I should.
I have it here.
The way I was then.
Is this the right scene?
I don't know, but
A young,
I can tell you. Oh.
stupid kid who committed that terrible crime.
He's so good. You're killing his wife.
I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. Wow. That kid's long gone. This old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that.
He's not going to say it. This isn't the scene.
So here's what it says. It says, Red, the narrator, recounts how he planned and carried out his wife's murder by disabling her brakes, which accidentally killed a neighbor and child as well, and earned him a life sentence at Shawshank Prison.
But the question here is whether or not he says that in the movie, and I don't believe that he does. As many times as I saw this movie, I know that I would have noticed that. And I don't think he says it in the movie.
I swear, I remember that. That's why I said it.
No, but I clearly from hearing it in the book, or like you, because you knew it was from the book.
I don't know this from the book. I feel like I always knew that he killed his wife. That was what it was in for. I'm going to find a scene and collect my $50.
Well, there is a part where Andy says, I didn't kill my wife and I didn't do that, blah, 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 because he's talking about that situation, about why he's in prison.
Right.
I don't remember the scene, but I feel like it's in the movie.
I don't know. We're going to have to find it. We'll have to find it.
All right.
Well, it's the number one show. They just listen to scenes on the
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
I feel like I brought everybody down.
Hey, good morning, Mike. How are you?
Good, what's up?
Hey, this is Mark from the Bronx, relocated down to the Tampa Bay area.
What do you want?
We've talked before, and listen, I know you haven't always done well in your life. And
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Christ.
Hey, good morning, Mike. Bottom line, this judge doesn't deserve to be pardoned or commuted sentence. He put some kid in jail, and there's a video going around, a mother confronting the judge that he was an all-star wrestler, and he put him in jail for a minor drug offense. The kid ended up shooting himself in the heart and killing himself. Now, this is just a video of the mother going crazy and screaming at the judge.
Yeah, but the problem is he still committed a crime, and the judge gave him a sentence. Now, did he give him a sentence that was stronger than it had to be? Yes, and then the guy got in trouble for it, and he served his time. The fact that kid killed himself is on the kid. It's not on the judge. I mean,
it's on the judgment.
It's not.
He wouldn't have killed himself
if
he
committed
wouldn't have
a crime.
Yeah, but he's supposed to judge it.
So he's out smoking reefer or something like that, and he goes to jail, and he ruins his chances for scholarships and everything, normally on a position that would just let you go. But because this judge is taking kickbacks, he decides he's going to make an example and put this kid in there and cause him the hardship to be able to kill himself. I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, I disagree with you, but thank you. I appreciate the heads up. I feel bad for the kid, and I feel bad for all these kids. All I'm saying is, we're not making it like the judge just got off scot-free and they decided to, after a year, commute a sentence. I mean, I'm not even a Biden fan. I'm just telling you the guy served his time, and they commuted a sentence of a 17-year-old man who just was living on house arrest anyway. So it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Who cares about that guy? So it says, while the movie keeps Red's crime a mystery, the Stephen King novel does not. Before the events of Shawshank Redemption, Red grew up without a father and then married a woman who came from a rich family, blah, blah, blah. So it's revealed in the book, not in the movie.
I believe Gio owes me $50. Gio?
What?
I believe you owe me $50 cash on the barrelhead.
Pay up.
All right. What was the bet?
Scumbag.
And then it's in the book. It's not in the movie. It is not in the movie. It says, while the movie keeps Red's crimes a mystery.
The bet was, did Red kill his wife?
No.
No, the bet was it was in the movie.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing that. I will go back.
Figured you would.
I was betting that it happened. That was the reason.
It's
Red
not worth
killed
the
his wife.
$50 to rewind it.
All right.
All right. Well, there you go. To cap off the year, UFC was right here in Tampa on Saturday night, headlined by Colby Covington and Joaquin Buckley. The UFC set a record for North American Fight Night gate at UFC Tampa with $3 million. More significantly, the record that it broke.
So what does that mean? It was the attendance, the best attendance?
Yes. Had the highest gate out of any of the UFC Fight Nights in North America for the entire year.
Oh, just Fight Night.
Yeah.
Something like the Vegas ones or the Sphere had to have been like high.
Sure, yeah. Those are title fights.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are title fights and stuff. This was for a fight night. But it broke the record that belonged to UFC Edmonton card that just happened last month. So
nice, good job, Tampa.
Which they pointed out a bunch of times how great the crowd was. They said the crowd's here and the crowd's here early, and how great the crowd seems and everything. So
I didn't see Titus O'Neil there. Just saying.
I saw Antonio Tarver there. I saw a bunch of different Rays players were there that I did not recognize. They had to say their names, and I was like, oh, okay.
They showed Aaron Judge in the crowd.
Aaron Judge was there. Yeah, Amanda Pappas was there. I saw that.
Dizzy.
Dizzy was there.
Yeah. Did you see, by the way, Colby Covington,
Colby Covington was hyping up who was going to walk him to the ring. He had everybody believing that Trump was going to be there.
Right.
He said the person that was coming in was going to blow everybody away and blah, blah, blah. Boy, did he overstate it.
It wound up being Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan walked him out.
Which, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Hulk Hogan is a big deal in a lot of parts of the world, not here in Tampa.
No.
I mean, Hulk Hogan comes out. I mean, not that he comes out. It's a good little gimmick to have Hulk Hogan out there with it. We're used to it here. Yeah. It's not a big deal here, and it's also not a big deal in UFC. I don't know. That was
Hulk Hogan hosts karaoke night every Monday at Clearwater Beach.
Right. Yeah. I mean, look, it's not for Colby Covington. It was probably a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets to walk out with a legend and gets to go out to the ring. You know what I mean? But to hype it up like he did in Tampa, where he lives, the guy's been at hockey games, he's been at basketball games, he's been at everything.
By the way, Colby Covington got destroyed.
Yeah.
Buckley destroyed him, and
That's Hulk Hogan's fault.
I bet for Buckley to win in the third round. They were fighting, and in the very first round, Buckley got him and cut above his eye.
That was a hell of a cut.
That was gushing blood. They were at one point on the ground, and Buckley's knee was covered with blood,
bad.
and it looked like it was like chunky.
Yeah,
it was really gross.
The one puddle that was like right next to him, it was dark red and just huge.
So I had Buckley to win by KO, TKO, or DQ in the third round. Well, the third round is going, and they're like, all right, if they stand him up, they're probably going to stop this. 18 seconds left. They stood him up and stopped the fight. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
That was pretty nice. Yeah. So here's the thing: is the fact that Hulk Hogan is above ground is amazing.
Yeah.
For as much as he's put his body through with the wrestling and doing all that stuff, but man, him walking out, he's had so many back surgeries and all the different knee stuff and everything. Yeah, but I mean, he was walking out, and you're like, Hulk Hogan's getting old.
Like Deathpool. Old?
Nah, you know.
When he walked out at the Morgan Wallen show, it was the same thing. He kind of looked like,
And listen, I banged my toe on the table and I hurt for a week, whatever.
Yeah.
This guy's been doing this night after night after night. I get it, whatever, but it was like, ooh.
Can I tell you what I think about Hulk Hogan? Has this long career, is the greatest thing in the world, then becomes a bad guy and becomes the biggest thing in the world, then turns back as a good guy, and then when WCW and WWE merge, goes through it again and is introduced in this new generation where him and The Rock face each other and they have this great match and really gets on a high and living his best life, probably eyeing retirement, going out as the greatest thing, and then is betrayed by his best friend and absolutely ruined reputation-wise. But I think enough people stepped back and realized that he wasn't the bad guy, that he really got screwed over by who he thought was his best friend, and then was able to let that die down a little bit, and now has made a comeback again. Yeah. So he will go out on top now. You know what I mean? Like he's got all that behind him, but he's been out at the Morgan Wallen. He was out there with the Trump thing. He's been out there with these fighters. Like he's back on top again. He's being treated like the legend that he should be,
right?
Without all that stuff going on in between. So
and like you said, we see him a lot more.
Right.
So it's a lot more common for people from Tampa to be like, oh, there's Hulk Hogan, whatever. If you're from
I'm not as sick of him as I am of seeing Titus.
But I mean, if you were like from Iowa and you saw Hulk Hogan, you'd be like, oh my God, Hulk Hogan, It's crazy.
Since I've lived here most of my life, I've seen Hulk Hogan just out in public over a dozen times.
Right.
Can I tell you, I see John Cena every once in a while and I go, ooh. There's John Cena.
Oh yeah,
I still get a little.
He's still doing it a little bit.
Because I don't know him, and but he's still John Cena, and also I feel like he is. I feel like John Cena is way more private. Like you'll see him a lot less.
When I was a kid, Hulk Hogan was like the guy. You know what I mean? He was like a superhero.
Sure. Yeah. I actually told him that when I met him. I said when I was a kid, the Bionic Man, Hulk Hogan, and Evel Knievel were like, they weren't real people. They were superheroes.
100%.
And Hulk Hogan said, that's what it's all about, brother. That's exactly what he said to me.
But that's like, when we have Antonio Tarver come in here, or Riddick Bowe, or those guys that I grew up watching, you see them in real life. Like the first time I saw Kiss, it was the weirdest experience in my life. I sat there and drew those album covers and listened to the music. Then I get to see them in person. I was like, what is going on? Is this real or am I on another planet? Like, it was wild.
Do you know what my big thing is when I was a kid? The first time I ever went to Yankee Stadium, I was probably about 10 years old. The first time watching all these games, the first time you see through and you can see that field, I'll never forget that feeling. That was the greatest thing.
Yeah, for sure. Coming into the game with 3 straight wins, the Buccaneers kept it rolling with their best game of the season. Second half, the offense clicked throughout while the defense had a shutout in the second half of their 40-17 win over the Chargers. In pursuit of history with his 1,000-yard milestone still possible, Mike Evans kept hope alive with a 57-yard touchdown. Evans finished the day with 9 catches for 159 receiving yards. Evans needs 251 more yards to reach the 1,000-yard mark.
Oh, after yesterday, that seems very possible.
Over the last 3 games. So 159 over 3 games.
Listen to me, I'm not gonna say anything you don't know. He is unbelievable. Those catches he made yesterday. But, I mean, half that goes to Baker. Baker put that ball in the spot that only Evans could get it, and Evans got it. It was amazing to watch.
He almost had a third one for about 50 yards, but the guy just got his T-shirt and was able to get him down.
That guy, I said to my wife, I go, he's not wearing that T-shirt. There's no way he stopped. He was on fire.
It was nothing but green in front of him. He's going to the end zone.
And he was trying to pull away. He kept trying. I was waiting for that thing. I kept hearing, if you want to destroy my sweater.
That would have been 3 touchdowns and probably another 50 yards added on those numbers.
So if he can get just under 84 yards per game for the next 3 games,
it's possible.
Oh, it's definitely doable. Because if he gets another 159-yard game,
which sucks because you take that injury out and he does it with no problem.
Easy, and he'll tie Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's the only because Jerry Rice has this will be his 10th. So Jerry Rice is the only person that has the same.
Yeah, he's so much fun to watch, and we're right in the middle of it. You know what I mean? People are going to look back at Mike Evans' career, and they're going to go, wow, what it made. We're watching it happen right now.
Which I think it will make it even more amazing if he does do it. The fact that he missed that time and still got a 1,000-yard season, that'd be crazy.
I mean, they have an extra game because I know some people were mentioning there's like an extra game now. But they're saying Evans could probably make it but without that extra game.
Yeah.
You know? It really is. He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. I would say
for
first
sure.
ballot. And
for sure.
You really got to just enjoy the moment while he's here.
Who we play next?
We play the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, that'll be a fun game.
Cowboys and then the Panthers.
And then the Saints.
It's hard. We should destroy the Cowboys, but you don't want to say that because you never know what happened.
Last weekend, their defense. But I don't think anybody.
But who would have thought we would have won yesterday like we won?
I thought the Bucs would probably struggle against the Chargers because they have a very good defense, one of the top in the league, and their offense was scoring points.
They have the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
And I bet. I took the Bucs, but I took the Bucs with the points. I thought that was the way they were going to win.
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
So it's funny when we did our football picks, I took the Chargers to win, and so did somebody else wearing a Bucs hat over there. But then when it came time for the game, I took the Bucs money line, and I was going to text you guys and go, "Hey, can I change my thing?" Because I just had a feeling that they were going to come out and whoop.
And they started out slow. They back-to-back turnovers. I'm like, oh man, here we go. But then the defense, which is all banged up, we didn't have Antoine Winfield Jr., didn't have KJ Britt. Like, all these guys are out. You got guys that were literally off the practice squad and off their couch
but
that are playing, and they shut them down.
And then what's-his-face had the first interception of the year, Jamal Dean.
The commentators are saying how Justin Herbert had thrown like 387 passes since his last interception. He's about to tie Tom Brady's record.
Jinxie Jinx.
And then Jamal Dean gets an interception. It was, really, the offense is getting all the credit for putting up 40 points, but the defense, after those two fumbles, the Chargers didn't score again. They just 3
second half shutout.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I had to pick up my daughter from a birthday party in Wesley Chapel, so I had to go all the way out there, and I had to pick her up at 5. So I listened to the game for the first hour on the radio.
How's Gene doing?
Listen to me. He's a machine, so it's not like he can't talk or he's screwing up. He screws up every play. And he is, but I mean, people are used to it. It's not like it's anything new. He's been doing it for the last 20 years. I can't tell you how many times it was like, and that ball goes back, and that's a caught pass. And then you hear Dave Moore, actually, Gene, it's not a caught pass. It's every play. And then Gene's like, it's another drop pass. By the way, drop by Buffalo Wild Wings this week. For dropping by, you want to drop. Everything he says is sponsored.
I love Deckerhoff so much. When people say legend, I think he's a legend.
Yeah, 100% a legend. Yeah. And nor do I think he should lose his job or anything like that. But he just, you know what you're listening to.
His voice is so iconic to me that I love the guy.
That's how I feel about Al Michaels and Madden Summerall and all that. You're just used to hearing the voices.
Because when we were little, the games would not be on TV, so you'd have to listen to the radio games all the time if you wanted to see what the Bucs were doing, because it'd be blacked out locally in Tampa.
Yeah, I thought about going to at one point when my contract was up, going to 98 Rock, and one of the things I was going to say to them if I went over there is they have to change that voice guy. They're still using that voice guy the 90s. Like, so you'll be listening to the game and be like, pause for station identification. And the guy's like, 98 Rock.
Yeah.
And
that guy does all the iHeart Rock stations.
Yeah, he's terrible.
All of them.
He's as terrible as that logo with that goth little flag thing that they have on there and all that.
He's been the guy now for like 20 years.
Yeah, Malcolm. Don't like him.
Did anybody watch the Sunday night game with the Seahawks?
I tuned in and out.
Geno Smith went out. He got hurt, and he went out. I did see that. And then, did you see Sam Howell come in?
No.
Listen, I get it. It's probably very difficult. None of us could play quarterback in the NFL. We know that 100%. And it's got to be, it's got to be difficult sitting on the bench and then like, you're on, go. It looked like this guy had never played football before. It was unbelievable. They said because he had started for Washington last year, and they said he had the most interceptions and the most sacks. Guess what happened? Every play was an interception or a sack. It was unbelievable.
Oh, no.
At one point, I said out loud, I was sitting in the room by myself. I said out loud, does this guy know he's allowed to throw it? You can throw. You're allowed to throw it.
Didn't it make you feel like, and you watch Daniel Jones, and you're like, this guy sucks. But then you realize how good he is.
Oh, it's so funny. I was saying that to somebody the other day. I said the third string quarterback some guy that you'd be like, this guy's garbage, whatever. If he was throwing you a football in the parking lot, you wouldn't even be able to catch it because it would come so fast that you'd break your fingers.
And that third string quarterback, he was the best of the best everywhere he went until he got to the NFL.
Made it to the NFL, you had the best of the best of the best.
Probably the best kid in his entire state on his high school team.
Right.
And then
won every award.
Yeah, and still is like third string in the NFL.
I heard he won the East-West Conference Award. No? By the way, Carmen, your guy won the Heisman. How about that?
Travis Hunter?
Yeah, both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter looks like a Jamie Foxx character. His face is squished, and he looks like a Jamie Foxx doing a character.
Yeah. I wish I had bet on him before the season. He was plus 4,000 to win the Heisman.
Oh, are you serious?
No way.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of his girlfriend sitting on the couch?
Yeah, a lot of people are trying to point out how she is like really weird.
She may not be around too long.
Yeah.
So the guy won the Heisman Trophy. He's the belle of the ball. He's the biggest thing in college football.
It's your night.
It's your night. It's going to be huge. People want to take pictures with him. Some of those people are girls.
Uh-oh. What was she doing?
She was not happy about it. And he was like, do you want to go back to the hotel? And she's like, no, I'll sit right here. I'll watch.
Yeah, and that's not the first time.
Yeah.
There's been a couple instances now because she's always there. Like his last game at Colorado, like it's the last game. It's senior day. The crowd's going nuts. They love Travis Hunter. And she was like yelling at him at the sideline. He goes up to say something to her and she starts like yelling at him at the sideline.
Yeah,
knowing there's a million cameras everywhere that's watching this guy everywhere he goes. And then that thing was like he was at a paid signing appearance for like Adidas, and she's sitting on the couch. She goes, do I have to sit here the whole night? It's like this is the lifestyle.
You know what the answer to that is? No.
Yeah. So
I just put in Travis Hunter on YouTube and it said girlfriend.
Yeah.
And just highlights of his girlfriend.
There's a ton of people just like, what is her problem? And like saying she needs PR training because Travis Hunter, by all accounts, is like super nice. He does live streams, just plays video games.
His live streams are weird. He looks like what was that character that Jamie Foxx did? Wanda. He looks like Wanda.
Yeah. But by all accounts, super nice guy.
She's not hot.
And crazy. It's his fiance, too. It's not his girlfriend.
Oh, she is not hot.
They're engaged.
Like that, who was it that was dating Gia Duty a couple of years ago? That girl, she's worth it.
I'm thinking like some of his PR team or something, you gotta kick this guy aside.
When she's all made up and stuff, she looks pretty good. Look at this, Mike.
Yeah, I saw that, but that's just fake.
Yeah. It's not, she's not a natural beauty. It doesn't look like. But yeah, that's and then he's a 21-year-old kid. He's on top of the world and stuff. Try not to bring him down.
He's probably going to be the first pick in the draft. He's going to be super rich.
Yeah.
He's already rich. He's already loaded.
And wouldn't you think he'd be like, yes, baby, whatever you need. Whatever. Can I do anything for you? Oh, you want to kiss some other girls? That's totally fine.
What is she? There's a thing that says Travis Hunter's girlfriend goes off on him at the autograph signing when she's sitting on the couch.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what we were talking about.
What does she say?
She's like, do I have to sit here all night?
Yeah, she's
you can't really hear very well.
Yeah, he's taking pictures with fans, and she's sitting there with like this pissed off look on her face.
I wish somebody would get in.
And he's trying to be cool. He's like, "Did you want to go back to the hotel or anything?" And she's like, "No, I'm fine right here."
And he's at a paid Adidas sponsor, so he's at a paid event to like take pictures and stuff with people.
Yeah,
and he's smiling, talking to people, like doing what he's supposed to do.
Doing his job.
It makes me rethink the whole Diddy thing. Maybe that girl in the hotel deserved to be beat up.
This is what I imagine.
What?
This is what Carmen's gonna do to Chad one day when Chad gets really like gets a college game,
and he wins some huge bowl game and stuff. Yeah,
he needs to say to her, I'm at work, right? This is my job. This is how we're making our living.
For sure.
You remember when I used to make mashed potatoes in the house for 300 kids? That's what I know.
You see this scar? That's from mashed potatoes.
That's right.
Tampa is one of the best cities to celebrate New Year's Eve.
Why?
I don't know. That's according to Wallet Hub. The time to pop the bottles on the rooftops, they say. Wallet Hub compared 100 of the biggest cities across 26 key metrics for its list. According to the press release, the data set covers everything from the legality of fireworks to the number of nightlife options per capita to the affordability of food and lodging and all the different stuff.
I don't know nothing that's going on New Year's Eve except for Shaq is DJing at the water. Yeah, that's all I know, which will probably be a good time for the younger people. I remember when we used to do a fun New Year's Eve thing on a boat, and then some idiot threw a bottle in the water, and now he's not allowed back on the boat.
What an idiot!
Yeah. Do you know they're still mad at that? Like 10 years later?
Are they really?
Yeah. We tried to go back there again. They were like, "No, Mike,
I get it.
Shut up, Carmen. I'll throw a bottle at you next time."
Let it go.
By the way, Tampa is ranked 32nd out of the different cities and stuff. So
I can't remember a single New Year's Eve where I thought, man, that was fun. I had a great time.
that
some
was
event in Tampa.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But then Mike ruined it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I did ruin it.
Why did you do that?
I was drunk. I was drunk, and I was drinking a Bud Light on stage while the band was playing, and then I just turn and I go, everybody.
I understand, Michael.
Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't pee everywhere.
Telling everybody to do it.
Yeah. So, nobody, I think I was the only one who did it, but still, I was drunk. I
Do
made a
you
mistake.
remember,
I'm sorry.
was that yacht Starship Cruises?
Yes, yeah.
That's one of the big things that they say for here, not for us, though, but other people can do that.
Can I make some sort of donation to Dolphins or something?
Yeah.
And they were like, no.
Shouldn't be able to.
We had one rule, and you broke it.
And then the other thing is, Shaq is going to be DJing, DJ Diesel.
Yeah.
Can I throw bottles at Shaq?
If Shaq threw a bottle, they let him back. I'm just saying.
You're not Shaq.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Time has gone on. Commute my sentence.
See, I would think it was because of the weather. Because it's nice, but it's kind of chilly. But girls can like wear heels and mini skirts if they want, but they can also wear gowns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then on top, we have a bunch. There are so many rooftop bars in downtown Tampa and in St. Pete. So you have the both Twin Cities. You know what I mean?
I went downtown, Carmen, and drove around a little bit yesterday because I was leaving the Amalie Arena, and I don't even know where I don't know what's down. We have a bustling downtown now.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's great.
And they're
between Sparkman Wharf and the Addition and all the buildings that are over there.
That Water Street, they're about to extend that like another 5 blocks or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Yeah. Finally, we have a nice downtown.
A strip club DJ in Oregon is being treated in the hospital after one of the dancers randomly stabbed him multiple times in the back.
DJ name?
His name is DJ Duncan Allen.
Ooh.
Not as cool as he's talking about it, and so is the club owner, Johnny Diablo.
Hey.
Take a listen. Here he is talking about getting stabbed by a stripper.
I was basically on my computer getting some songs ready, and next thing I know, it felt like a 500-pound man punched me in the back basically as hard as humanly possible. So I turned around expecting there to be like a huge dude like about to fight me and hit me, and it was her. And she was standing there holding the knife. I still didn't know I was stabbed at that point, but then I took a breath in and I realized that my left lung had collapsed.
I think she intended to kill someone, and it just happened to be Duncan. When she was in the dressing room, for about 10 minutes, she seemed like she was possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
That demon is called methamphetamines.
Yeah, right. Crazy stripper.
I had the unwavering urge to go to a strip club this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I did not.
Me too.
I did not, though, but I really want. You did, Carmen?
Yeah. So Chad and I, we were talking about it like last week. We were driving home from the grocery store or something, or maybe it was Friday. We just picked a pizza and we passed the strip club, and I was like, "You want to go to the strip club and get crazy?"
Oh.
He's like, "Who are you?"
That's a good girlfriend.
Yeah, that's a great girlfriend.
Oh, pizza and strippers? Absolutely.
Yeah. So he was like, "What is happening?" He's like, "All right, maybe during Christmas break we'll go."
You know, I could say to my wife, "Will you go to the strip club with me?" And she'll be like, "Ugh, if I had to." Like, she's not, she's fun. She'll go if I ask her to. But there's no way we're going to drive by a strip club and she's going to be like, "Let's get a pizza and go to the strip club." That's a great girlfriend.
My wife would. My wife would.
Yeah. Jenny's fun.
Yeah.
All great stories start with "let's get a pizza and go to the strip club."
By the way, you want to get strippers like you? Bring a pizza into the strip club.
Yeah.
They'd love that.
Yeah.
So I tried out to be a DJ for a strip club. Apparently, I'm a good dancer.
They turn you down?
No, but so I went in there and they told me how it goes. They said, "All right, you play the first song, second song. If they have a third song, that's when they get totally naked."
Yeah.
And I go, "Okay." So this girl comes up and she's got her 2 songs, whatever. This one comes up 2 songs. This one comes up 3 songs. I go, "All right, cool." So I have the 3 songs. So first song, blah, blah, blah. Second song, third song. I go, "All right, guys, here you go. She's going to get as naked as she possibly can in Fort Walton Beach, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, exactly. The girl comes up and she goes, I don't dance naked. You give me 3 songs. And she goes, "But I don't dance naked." And I go, "You do tonight."
Making her naked debut tonight. Here's Rachel.
Did she do it?
She did.
Oh.
Reluctantly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is the strip club we can go? Oh, bare assets. After the
right there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Bare Assets is good. That's full nude alcohol.
Is the Brass Flamingo still open?
I don't know. Which one's a Brass Flamingo?
That was up near like Port Richey.
Oh, I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to Bare Assets after the.
All right, in.
Oh.
All right.
Before
Bring the pizza.
So on Thursday, I'll do another video message whether you're going to go or not. You did make more than we thought, though.
Indeed.
Not all 4, but you made 3 out of the 4. I'm surprised. I got to be honest with you. I'm surprised that TSO made it and UFC did not.
Yeah, UFC was just sucked the life out of me that day. I was at the
and that's late.
It was late.
Night.
Now is that the other thing late? And I was like,
Olivero texted on Friday, said there's no way Mike's going to TSO.
And guess what?
Yeah.
I went to TSO.
Standing right
and
next
I got there before Olivero.
Proved him wrong.
A man in Arizona has been charged with stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars in crypto from victims while pretending to be an Uber driver. So the way the story is, it's very convoluted and stuff, but this guy would show up to different places, somehow know people's names that had an Uber. So I don't know whether he hacked the app or what he did, whatever, and be like, Charlie, looking for Charlie, and they jump in his thing, whatever. And then he would say that his phone was messing up, ask if they could use their phone, and then send the crypto to himself.
That's great.
And did it to a bunch of different
how fast
people.
you got to be with your thumbs to be able to do that?
Yeah, but think about that. The next time somebody wants to borrow your phone, not only could they, send pictures or do whatever, if you have crypto,
But you can't get to my crypto without my face.
You can't, but maybe they open it for him so that he can use it to do whatever. Yeah, like I said, the details were very sketchy and stuff, but just think about that before you hand somebody your phone and you have, $800,000 worth of crypto, and then you don't. That would suck.
I don't think I'm letting somebody use my phone.
No.
Yeah, no.
I'll dial it for you.
Yeah. And I'll put on speakerphone and hold your face.
Yeah. I don't even think I do that. I just go 2024. Get a phone, idiot. Carmen.
Yes.
You have done some of the intermittent fasting, right?
Yes.
Mike, have you done any of that or no?
No.
Gio?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, you may lose weight, but it may be from the top of your head. There's been a lot of different studies on intermittent fasting, but the latest one is a little bit different. It claims that intermittent fasting can make you go bald.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Well, changing up your body chemistry and stuff, maybe something that does with that, whatever.
I have to tell you, I'm not a fan of intermittent fasting.
No?
Because
you don't eat?
I love I love breakfast.
Yeah.
Specifically, that meal of the day, breakfast, is my favorite meal.
Well,
and I know you can eat eggs and stuff for dinner because I have breakfast for dinner all the time.
Right.
But I love a good breakfast burrito, a breakfast sandwich. That helps me start my day.
I remember a guy, it all depends on how your body is and how you work it out and do the different stuff. But I remember there was a guy that they did a thing on that had lost like 150 pounds or something because he would eat his dinner in the morning. And then he
really?
He did this backwards.
I eat my dinner in the morning because then you have the rest of the day to burn it off and stuff. And he goes, and then maybe I'd have something whenever I came home, but he'd have his biggest meal in the morning.
I watched the thing the other day. I don't know what to eat or who to trust anymore. I watched the thing the other day. A doctor was like, see these? These are steel cut oats and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, yeah. He goes, worst thing you could eat. It's filled with this and it's got this and it causes inflammation. And I went, oh, they tell you that's like the best thing to eat.
It's wild.
It gets all the stuff out of your
And
colon.
it changes all the time. They're like a glass of red wine, one a day is perfect for you. Nope, you're going to die of
Don't
cancer.
drink wine.
Yeah. Or red meat, this and that. Eat this, eat that.
If you could be skinny, but you had to be bald, I'd take the deal. As opposed to being fat and had a full head of hair.
Yeah, because you can get a wig, or you can do a hair transplant.
Be a man.
If getting skinny, the trade-off is you're going to be bald. Who wouldn't take that?
If Carmen was bald just on top, like Larry Fine, and had hair on the side, that would be the weirdest looking thing in the world.
Oh, I mean, I would shave it off, obviously, and just wear a wig.
Yeah, you could. Like a girl can wear cool wigs. You can get away with it. We know your hair's not pink, you know what I mean? But it looks cool on a girl. A guy, you're like, is that dude wearing a wig?
I saw some videos of Dee Snider over the weekend at that Bret Michaels thing, and I was trying to figure out if he had like hair extensions.
Oh, 100%.
Because the long hair, it was like a little bit different color than what was on top.
So he's balding on top, it's going back, whatever, and he has it like in a ponytail.
Yeah.
So he does have hair.
I'm like, is that a wig or what's
he
going
puts on that huge like curly wig and does that, and then different ones. Yeah.
I watched the Will Ferrell documentary, Will and Harper go on a road trip or whatever. Did you watch it?
No. I didn't even know it was out yet.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this writer for SNL, who Will Ferrell was like best friends with, emailed him and his family and a bunch of other people and said that in his 60s he decided to transition to a woman. He had gotten divorced earlier from his wife. He was the father of 2 kids, and he decided to transition. And this is a guy who enjoyed taking road trips across the country and visiting dive bars and just exploring the real neighborhoods of people, you know? So now she wanted to go on this road trip, but had to present to the world that she was now a she. And they make the documentary because Will Ferrell feels that she can do a lot of these things now with him because of his fame. A lot of the heat will be taken off of her and put on him, but she'll still be able to experience and kind of get used to doing these things. It's a very good documentary. It's very funny. Will Ferrell is very funny. And you really learn a lot about Will Ferrell asked the right questions. He said, I got a lot of questions, and she's like, go ahead, ask me whatever you want. And he asked if she's considering getting the lower half, asked what it's like to have boobs the first day she woke up with boobs, asked about suicide, asked about a bunch of things. It was a really educational and a funny way that they do it. So I watched that, and then right after I watched it, I have even more of a respect for people's choices. I don't care what you want to do. You want to wear a dress, you want to be a woman, I'll call you a woman. When I'm 53 years old and you start thinking about how many years you have left on this planet and what you want to do to be happy, I don't care. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, do whatever you want to do. That's just how I feel about it. But then yesterday I went to the mall with my daughter and saw a woman with a full beard, and I don't know what to think anymore. There was a woman who had breast and was dressed kind of like a woman, but had a full beard and goatee like I would see at the circus.
I'm going to tell you right now, and it may not be proper to say, that grosses me out. Well, like whenever I see guys, full beard, long hair, makeup, and the eyelashes and the lipstick and a full beard, that freaks me out.
We're not used to seeing that, so we get confused. We're like, what are we doing here?
Carmen, how long would it take you to grow the full beard?
I tried. She won't do it.
No. It wouldn't be a full beard. It would just be stubble. And then I would just start breaking out.
Yeah. This person had a full beard like I do. Like my beard is still short, but fully formed. And that's what it was.
Like just past the 5 o'clock shadow?
It was like around the chin, and it looked like it was easier to grow around the chin. Yeah, it was very dark around the chin. The mustache was there. It didn't connect on the sides. And I just went... to me, it did not look like a transitioning person. It looked like a woman who has facial hair, and I just went, oh, what do we do?
I gotta tell you, I'll check it out, but I'm at the point where Will Ferrell isn't funny to me anymore.
You may like this, Calvin, because he's very subtle in this.
And if it's a little bit more of him being him as opposed to his character, because that PayPal commercial he does, I'm like,
yeah. I mean, they're paying him to be that.
No, I know, but
this is very much. There is some very typical Will Ferrell. Like at one point, they're in Texas, and they were like, "Let's go out to a nice dinner tonight." And it's like, "We'll dress up and go." And he goes, "Okay." And he shows up in his Sherlock Holmes outfit. But I mean, that's very Will Ferrell, and to stay in character while he's doing it, and it's interesting. But he's also trying to do it because he wants the attention, so that the person he's with, Harper, can see all the eyes on her and still learn how to deal with it.
Right.
And most people, he goes in the middle of America, and most people don't care. They're like, "This is Harper." And the other thing about Harper is she has no problem saying, "Well, I just transitioned into a woman," not like trying to pretend that they've been a woman. So most people are like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like nobody really cares.
Yeah.
Like Texas cared, and you'll see if you watch the show. I won't say anything about that, but for the most part, they're in like Idaho, I think, and there's some real redneck bar, and like this is Harper, and Harper's like, "I just transitioned a couple of weeks ago. It was my first time out," and they're like, "Oh, well, welcome." Nobody cares.
Speaking of documentaries, there's a documentary that is out on Netflix now called "The Kings of Tupelo."
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't really know what this is, but the tagline for it is: "An Elvis impersonator's conspiracy theory sets off a feud that spirals into an attempted presidential assassination."
Did you watch the preview for it?
I watched the preview for it. So it's brought from the production company that did Tiger King and Wild 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 West, which were both great documentaries, obviously. Yeah. So Kings of Tupelo, a Southern crime saga. It's out on Netflix. I'm going to watch it, but I haven't watched it yet. So we'll check it out and see what it's like.
I'm in, man.
How about this? A very sad weekend for Conan O'Brien.
Oh,
Dude,
I saw this.
He got flutied.
Yeah.
He got flutied.
Conan O'Brien's parents both died last week. His father died on Monday, and then his mother passed away on Thursday. They had been married since 1958. They were both in their 90s, so good long life and stuff, but both parents die in a week.
That happens quite often.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't happen with me. If my wife dies, I want to live a whole life after her.
Well,
I'm not.
You will, because you're not going to die of a broken heart.
No,
you don't love her.
I do love her, but my heart could survive.
But if you're both in your 90s, it's not like you're going to be doing a lot of partying, anyways. If it happened next week, maybe you want to carry on and have a life and do stuff, whatever. But if you're in your 90s and that happens, it may just be like, well, I guess that's it then.
I thought about this the other day. My friends are always like, your wife have any hot friends? She does not. She does not have. And
Single,
yeah. Because yesterday I saw one of her friends and she looked really hot, and I thought, but that doesn't count because she's married. So yeah, she does not have any hot single friends whatsoever.
Yeah,
boring. Yeah, every once in a while, and your wife's got hot friends. You could be like, well, my wife's hot friends coming over. At least you could spy it a little bit. You know what I mean? Nothing.
Do you think it's because it's like a getting old type thing? Like
no, she's never had any hot friends.
Oh, really?
She's got her best friend's hot, but she doesn't live here.
Right. Because the older you get, most people start getting in relationships or getting married. So
they've
single
always
friends kind of filter away.
She's always had ugly friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never had any really hot ones.
That's a shame.
I know.
My wife has hot friends.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, single.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, my wife does not have hot friends.
Your wife's friends are fantastic. Like Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Coco is interesting because she's from another planet. So that's pretty cool.
Does not identify as Vietnamese.
But is
Vietnamese. Very much Vietnamese. You look at her, you go, you're Vietnamese. Doesn't identify as Vietnamese.
Really?
Yeah. She's out of her mind. She has a closet in her room.
This is one of the best stories you'll ever hear in your life.
She has a closet in her room that has so many clothes in there that she has to dive into it to get
across the threshold. She has to run and jump through the closet to get in.
She's out of her mind.
What does she identify as?
I don't even know if she identifies as from this planet.
Oh. Yeah,
but it's so funny. It's so funny too because my wife will be like, "I'm going to meet Coco, and we're going to do this, blah blah blah, this that," and then she'll come home and she goes, "Coco didn't show up," and I go, "Of course she didn't." Like she does that all the time.
Really?
I go, "Your friends are all just flakes." Yeah, they're all just total flakes. Yeah, they're bananas. But you made me think of something else. We were talking about Crazy Coco. Other friends. Oh, my wife. So we took the picture with the Real Housewives with Teresa and her daughter and stuff.
Yeah.
The Instagram blowing up my wife.
Oh, really?
Oh,
because wife's very pretty.
Well, obviously, but I didn't say. I said we got to meet Teresa and at the Christmas party, but I didn't say my wife and I. And everyone was like, yeah, who's the lady on the left? Who's the smoke show on the left? This, that. And I'm like, all right, relax. So I edited it and I put me and my wife got to meet. Yeah. Also, don't mind if I do. A lot of people are like, well, save some for us, Galvin. GQ over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got quite a few of those as well. Me and my wife are pretty hot.
Your wife looks very nice at
The
it.
party was a great success.
Yeah.
So I just got this heads up. There is evidently a strip club called the Red Room.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that?
I don't like that.
You are?
You know what that is backwards?
What? No, Red Room.
Okay.
Red Room. And it is in downtown Newport Richey where we're going to be. I heard it's very small.
Not really, but I'm not going to the Red Room.
Why?
I'm just not going to the Red Room.
Are you banned?
No.
What happened?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's back.
We go and everyone goes, Gio!
The Red Room is literally within walking distance to the porch I slept on as a child.
Oh, too close?
I'm sorry.
But I lived when I grew up. I lived
Where
right
is
there.
it? How come I don't know
It's
where?
right there at 54 and Grand Boulevard.
Where?
Yeah.
By the way,
it wasn't always called the Red Room.
No,
I was going to say, has it been around that
It's on the
long?
left-hand side
It's
if
like-
you come down 54.
It's literally like in a ditch.
Yeah. On the left-hand side.
It's been called over the years. It's been called a million different names.
Well,
it's been there since like
I'm going to go there because
90s.
I've never been there.
Yes.
So I think this will be fun. However, on Saturday, the 21st, Mike Busey is bringing his holiday S show there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm thinking we maybe save that for Saturday.
Yeah.
I might go to that on Saturday. All right. Well, we got choices now. There you go.
It's all painted purple on the outside. Well,
now.
Yeah, it's like literally, it's an amazing building because it's in a ditch, and somehow after years and years and years and years of construction, it has survived. It is the one building that has survived decades.
I have never been in there, and when I was a kid and I lived in Newport Richey, like when I was like 18 years old, 19 years old. I used to drive there and all nervous. I'm like, I'm going to go there. Yeah. I forgot what it was called back then.
I think it was called Diamond Dolls at one point.
Yeah, but sometime it was called like Fishnets or one of those.
It's literally had a dozen different names over the years.
I think we may have to have a good time.
Yeah.
So it's painted purple on the outside, but it's red on the inside. I was well, just like purple.
It's been there. Literally, I could have walked there from my childhood home.
Oh, look at that. So the R in the red room is a lady's heel.
Yes. Yeah, they are.
That's great marketing.
Very creative.
Clever. Yeah,
I'm out.
How Mike Busey ended up there, I don't know.
That is bizarre.
So Jamie Foxx needs stitches after Friday night when someone threw a glass at him and hit him in the face at a Beverly Hills restaurant.
Stop talking about Diddy.
He was there celebrating his 57th birthday, and somebody whipped a glass and hit him in the face. He needed stitches.
Did he say why? Did they know why?
They said, you're not the real Jamie Foxx.
This might be true.
That person's not arrested? That's assault.
I don't know whether they got arrested. It doesn't say in the story, whatever, but it says that he needed stitches.
Damn.
So be careful out there.
Did anyone watch his new thing on Netflix?
I saw the trailer for it, but I have not watched it.
Because it's a little... some jokes, but it's not. I wouldn't call it a stand-up. He does a lot of singing. Jamie Foxx should be a singer. Like the fact that he's an actor and not a singer.
He went to Juilliard,
right? But oh my God,
he sang in Ray all the songs.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, it's amazing. Like, I can't believe he hasn't put out more albums. As fantastic as he is.
Great singer, great piano player, funny guy. Yeah, great actor. Yeah.
I don't, but the special thing was weird. I don't know. It didn't really make sense to me, but, I guess he's an artiste and he just wanted to get some stuff off his chest. I wouldn't recommend watching it. Okay. I don't think you guys would like it.
No.
I probably wasn't going to.
Yeah. But I just wanted to hear it.
Has anybody been clamoring for a new Malcolm in the Middle?
No, but like a new version of the show, or
with the original cast. Well, at least some of them. Frankie Muniz, Bryan Cranston, and the mother Jane Kaczmarek.
Yeah,
is that right?
Those two, Cranston and Kaczmarek, were the best part of that show.
They were very funny. Yeah, we'll return for a 4-episode Malcolm in the Middle revival on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
No word yet on the air date or if other cast members, I guess the other two brothers, whether they're going to be in or not.
There's a little brother and the older. You don't need them.
Those reboots have not been great though.
Yeah, but everyone's like 4 episodes. I can handle that.
Yeah, because like they did Fuller House when they brought back all the cast.
That was popular though. That
was good.
Yeah.
But it's the nostalgia is good. 4 episodes is perfect.
Yeah.
Just do 4 episodes. Like, oh, it's them. They're
Where
back.
would they be now?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your son went to Rolling Loud down in Miami.
Still there.
Oh, he's still there.
Coming back today.
Have you texted with him?
I talked to him.
Has he said that he heard anybody going, wow?
Yes.
Wow.
He was on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he saw it.
Owen Wilson joined Travis Scott on stage at Rolling Loud in Miami. Yeah, you would think.
What is that correlation?
Really? Why? I'll tell you what the correlation is. Owen is starring in a movie called Rolling Loud about an overprotective dad who takes his 13-year-old to the festival.
That's great.
Yeah, that's interesting because Matt Rife is in it, and I didn't know. I thought Matt Rife would play his son. I guess not.
No. So it's a 13-year-old. Yeah,
that's a great idea.
That's funny. That seems like a funny idea.
Yeah, but also Rolling Loud released video of him on stage introducing Travis Scott. So in the movie, that's it. The father gets on stage. Ooh.
Yeah, but who knows? I would assume mayhem ensues.
He's like, Travis. Wow. That's my Owen Wilson. Travis.
Quentin Tarantino angered Yellowstone fans.
I saw it, but he's right. He's 100% right.
100% right. He got them all riled up and mad because he said Yellowstone is a soap opera.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
What else would it be?
It's like Dynasty and Dallas and all of those shows.
If you're mad that he called Yellowstone a soap opera, you don't know what a soap opera is.
Yeah, Sons of Anarchy was also a soap opera.
Absolutely.
They're
Nashville was a soap opera.
episodic shows that have characters.
The people that are mad, what do they think it should be called?
I don't know.
Yeah, what else?
Dramatic, dramatic television.
Yeah. Was there I guess there was a big
I think
major
soap opera implies woman, like old woman watching it. It's a soap opera and it's a damn good soap opera.
I read there was a big major.
I didn't watch it last night.
Not?
No, I was too tired. Yeah, I'll watch it today.
Yeah.
I think they were burying him. Did they do the funeral?
They did that already.
Oh, they did that. And I saw like a clip. So
it was pretty sad. They did it. They did it, and it was sad because they didn't overdo it. They buried him on the property, and they walk his empty horse out there. It was pretty sad.
Did Rip lay down his holster or anything? By the way, I saw a clip of Rip in some the guy made holsters or he made guns or did something. I don't know what it was, and he goes, "You made it all out of one piece of metal?" And he goes, "That's the only way we do it." This guy had to have been a real whatever he was, blacksmith or gunsmith or whatever this that, because that wasn't an actor. That was this guy's got character. He was like,
I've never watched Yellowstone. In my mind, that's how everybody talks.
Yeah, and he goes, and he goes, for free, and he goes, "Here, let me give you some," and he goes, "It's all right." That was the scene, and I was like, okay, maybe that's somebody's grandfather that they wanted.
You've never watched it?
No.
I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I haven't got around to it yet.
First couple of episodes, you're like, whoa, and then after a while, you're like, how do they kill so many people?
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'm watching a soap opera.
Like I loved Sons of Anarchy. And
It's the same amount of people that die.
Yeah,
Sons of Anarchy, I refused to watch for the longest time, and then Big Dick was like, trust me, I don't like motorcycles either. I don't like, we'll just watch it. And I watched it. I went to DC and I watched the episodes on a train, and I could not stop watching it.
The ending sucked, but the show was good enough throughout that it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you kept on telling me about Sons of Anarchy, so I finally watched it, and I gave it 3 episodes and watched it as intensely as I could, whatever. And I went, "You've got to be kidding me!" And I stopped watching it. Mad Men, you told me about, fantastic.
Yep.
Sons of Anarchy, not so much.
Mad Men, I still gotta check that out as well.
So good. What could be better than a new show sitcom called Shifting Gears with Tim Allen? Add Jenna Elfman. Oof. Jenna Elfman has joined the cast of Tim Allen's upcoming ABC sitcom Shifting Gears.
If you're Jenna Elfman, you're like, man, if I can get 2-3 more years of the Tim Allen sitcom money, I'll take it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'm not blaming him for taking the money, but oof.
He desperately just wants to be Tim the Toolman Taylor forever.
So bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, how can we reinvent this
Can we
and
just go back to that?
be Home Improvement? Oh, they should Home Improvement reboot.
Yeah. Finally, news, a poll asked people what they plan to resolve to start doing in 2025. What would you say is the top thing? You want to take a break and come back?
No, it's losing weight and working out.
It is not losing weight and working out. The number one top response to what are you going to start doing in 2025?
Be less racist.
Travel more.
Less social media.
Less social media. Less racist. No. You still haven't got it.
Watch more TV.
Watch more TV. No.
Get a new job.
No.
I don't know.
What's the number one thing people always say? You would think losing weight. Losing weight's definitely on there. I'm going to tell you that.
Give up smoking.
No.
Be nicer to people.
No.
Give up drinking.
No, you scumbag.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right. No.
Get married. Get in a relationship. Find love.
Saving more money.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, Trump's going to make my bacon cheaper, so we're good.
Yeah. Saving more
That's
money
why
is
they're
number
going to do
one.
it.
Yeah. Improving their physical health was second most, followed by, this doesn't make any sense, improving your physical health, followed by exercising more. It's the same thing. Being happy, eating healthier, losing weight, those all go into physical health, folks.
Yeah.
Improving their mental health, learning something new. Have you ever thought about that? I'm going to learn how to speak Spanish. I'm going to learn how to do calligraphy.
See?
Yeah, any of that stuff. You never do. Let's see. Reading more. Ugh. Improving relationships with family and friends. Some of the other less common responses were focusing on spiritual matters.
Oh, save it for sad weirdos.
Carmen, traveling.
Yep.
Quitting a bad habit.
Joe?
What?
You got any bad habits?
No.
Chucking clouds?
Carmen, another one that you hit on, getting a new job or a third job. and moving. A lot of people are like, 2025, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get somewhere else.
Do you feel like when the new year comes, it's like a clean slate and you start over?
No.
No, I'm very motivated to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need a time. I don't need to wait until Monday. I don't need to, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it.
now.
And it starts immediately.
A lot of people will be on like social media. I'm so glad 2024 is over because it sucked. Time to start anew.
Right. And you know who those people are? They're failures.
Yeah.
And they're going to fail in 2020. But I'm serious. Like, just if you are waiting until 2025 to start something, you already failed. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I look at it. Who knows? You may be able to figure something out. But if you're going to do something, do it.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Well, especially the people who are like, I'm going to start working out in 2025. Why not start working out now?
Exactly.
And then you'll be you'll be already in it when the New Year's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Junk jockeys told me that like in February, it's one of their busiest months and they pick up dozens and dozens of treadmills.
Well, and that's the thing. If you want a treadmill or a stationary bike or any really exercise equipment, wait until February.
He's like, everybody gets them for Christmas and they have this big machine in their house they don't want and they just get rid of it.
Yeah. And once they get all their clothes off it, they're like, we got to get rid of this thing.
It's like we got like 30 treadmills.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right, Galvin, thank you. I'm going to take a couple phone calls, then we're going to take a break. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. I wanted to find out, I was actually calling for Carmen. I want to know more about her steam room that she got. I want to get one for Christmas.
Carmen, a lot of people are asking about the steam bag. Do you want to put it up on Instagram or something?
Yes, I will put up. I will put a link in my stories. So go follow me at sandy.carmen.
You can take a sauna and make broccoli at the same time.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Chad was sick all weekend, and he was taking steam baths or whatever. He was in the steam house just to sweat it out.
He was in the steam bag.
I don't, dude. I'm having so hard. No, I said steam house.
Yeah. He was in the steam house.
If they go through your link, you'll get a little kickback, right?
Yes, because I do have it set up in my Amazon storefront.
All right, so give it up again. Give it up your Instagram.
Sandy.Carmen, Carmin. Got
it, Pumpkin?
Thank you.
All right, good luck. Send us pictures of you in your steam bag. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I tell you something? We are number one with listeners from other radio shows.
What do you mean?
Fisher. Fisher emailed me about the Shawshank thing. Like, everybody always...
Mo texts me the same thing. Yeah.
Johnny B's like, I listen every morning. SBK said it as well. Like, everybody always listens. They appreciate it, guys.
Hello, Fisher. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike Calta Show, good morning. Mm-hmm. That's you.
Yes. I'm trying to talk to Carmen. There's an all-star game in Tampa this week that they're preparing for, and I'm trying to get a coach that used to play for the Vikings in touch with Carmen's boyfriend, Chad.
For what?
Because he is one. Huh?
For what?
Huh? He's the East-West Coast Division champion.
Time to help coach the all-star game.
If you wanted to help coach. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Again, message me on Instagram, sandy.carmen.
Well, I'll put you on hold. There you go.
Or put you on hold,
Put you on hold.
Yeah,
because...
I was going to say, Chad is the head coach for the West Division, and that game is happening this Saturday at Armwood at 6 o'clock, so they have practice all week and stuff like that, and basically it's all volunteer-based.
Okay, all right. That makes more sense.
Bring the steam box out there.
Yeah, so the kids all soaked up for the game.
Soaped up.
What?
Don't soap up the kids.
Don't fill them full of water before they go out on there.
I'll get in the steam bag at halftime and rejuvenate myself.
I'm going to put you in there and put some broccoli in there.
Delicious. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hi, good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning. How are you?
Good, very good, very happy. I was enjoying TSO last night, and I saw you in person, Mike.
Sexy,
very
right?
happy to see you.
Sexy, right?
Yes,
is this Coco?
It was amazing.
Anybody with a giant check for 10 grand is sexy.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I'm calling to thank you guys and to ask if by any chance are you guys gonna give away tickets for Andrea Bocelli next month?
I don't know. Maybe when we come back from break. We don't have any right now, but we may get some over the break. Sometimes when it gets closer, they just give us what they have left.
Okay. All right. Well, wish me luck.
Do you want me to just sing to you?
I was just about to.
I'm not good. Sorry.
That's a dead-on Bocelli.
Yeah,
I feel like
I close my eyes so I get the full effect. All right, let's take a break. We'll get some commercials out of the way. When we come back, we got to talk about the drones again. I mean, I've seen it now. I've seen enough pictures of it. I've seen enough video of it, and there's some ideas of what it actually is. We'll talk about it when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Friday night, we got the Calta Christmas Pub Crawl. We'll be out there with our friends from Budweiser. We'll be traveling from bar to bar in downtown Newport Richey, wrapping it up at the Kangaroo Bar, and then going to the Red Room to celebrate Gio's porch history just feet away.
Thank you.
We'll be out there. Where do we start? We're started. I don't remember the name.
The Village Pub.
The Village Pub.
7 p.m.
Pub. Welcome to the Village Pub.
Another place that's been there for as long as I can remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Good little spot.
Then we travel on over to the one we've never been to before.
We go to Bourbon on Main.
Oh, no, we've been there.
We've been there.
Yeah.
And then we go to Steamworks at 9 p.m. Yeah.
That's where Carmen's bringing her box, and we're all going to get in the box.
Yeah. Just be out in the parking lot.
The old steam bag.
All right.
And then we 10 p.m. is Kangaroo Bar.
Kangaroo Bar is where we close it out. Each one of those stops, somebody's going to win a Calta Cruise for 2, courtesy of Budweiser, and I'm very much looking forward to being out there and drinking and having a good time with everybody.
And obviously, you can dress up too. It's a Christmas, Christmas pub crawl. So
high that day is 65 degrees, so it's going to be cold that night.
Yeah,
I mean the 40s.
So you can wear
45, 50
Christmassy stuff. I may break out the onesie. With the candy canes.
I'm gonna probably wear a winter type coat. I have things I never get to wear except like once a year.
Sure, yeah.
But
Joe had his pea coat on the other day.
That's right. Also, Pete's going. He never gets to go.
By the way, Joe's pea coat is just a regular coat that he peed on.
Well,
he can make your coat a pea coat too. Yeah.
Pete's gonna go? Oh yeah, that's right.
Going?
Pete said, "Should we get a golf cart?" And you're moving like 4 feet.
Yeah, I said, well, it's not like the other places where the bars are all right across the street from each other, so you don't need a golf cart. All right, well, that's all happening on Friday night. Now, anybody want to go around the room and guess what these drones are? What do we think that they are? I think we did How Will This End last time, didn't we?
We did.
What do you know about the drones? What do you think they are?
I did think.
Have you seen them now, like videos of them up close?
I've seen several videos. One looked like there was some type of weapon on the drones, but I'm not sure. I think there are copycat people that are now putting drones up and taking photos of them.
But see, here's the thing. First of all, the weapon thing that you said, they look like they're capable of firing RPGs from these drones. However, the new news that I've been reading, and I'd really love to talk to Anna Paulina Luna about this and see what she thinks, but the new news is that those are radiation detectors, and that they are looking for somebody who may have smuggled a nuke out somewhere, and they're trying to look for nuclear weapons.
Right.
And they don't want to tell everybody because they don't want to scare the hell out of everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
But they're flying around. All I know is they're flying a lot around the Northeast and not around Florida. I'm pretty good with that.
Leave it to somebody in Jersey. Yeah, I can get you a nuke.
I know a guy.
Fell off the back of a truck.
Yeah. So I don't really know, but I mean, now that I've seen them up close and stuff, and they say that they're the size of small SUVs, so I can't even shoot it out of the sky.
The first couple of videos, I believe, but now you don't know what's what because people put videos out there. Oh, it's a drone, and you find out it's fake or it's AI.
Or if it is a drone, it's a perfectly legal drone that's from somewhere.
Yeah,
I know it's so hard. I told my wife the other day, I go, look at this, and she's like, oh wow, it's pretty. I go, yeah, but we don't know if it's real. We don't know if it's AI. AI is so good now. I watched Leonardo DiCaprio and the hot chick from Wolf of Wall Street. What's her name? Margot Robbie danced to 5 different songs the other day, and I was like, "How they made all these videos?"
I don't know how they do it.
It's amazing, but the whole thing is fake.
But I would think if we're seeing the drones now, if the government was involved, wouldn't they shut down the drones? Like, oh man, we got caught.
because they're doing something.
Yeah,
they're trying to find if they're on the hunt for a nuclear weapon, or they're just searching for radiation to see if there's somebody building a weapon. Then this may be the most effective way for them to do it, but they don't want to freak everybody out. I mean, it would be easier to say, yes, they're government drones and they are looking for, I mean, you can't, if you just said they're government drones and they're surveying, everybody goes, oh, your privacy and all that. But if you said that they're government drones and they're looking for suspected terrorist activity, then I think people would accept it a little bit more.
But don't you think that if we're seeing the drones, that's somehow a mistake? We should not be seeing them.
No, because they have to fly low enough to be able to detect whatever they're looking for.
I would just think,
and they're not trying to hide them from us.
Yeah,
and they're saying, look, this is the technology that we have, and we're using it, and it's there to try and thwart terrorism.
Yeah, I would imagine it'd have some type of better stealth capabilities. We should not yet. Like, we shouldn't be seeing these drones. The fact that we are, somebody's screwing up.
I don't think so. I just don't think that they have that yet. I don't think that they're.
And then what about the not earthly thing? That wasn't real. They didn't actually. The Pentagon coming out and saying that they were. Yeah, that was a fake thing.
Yeah, it was a fake thing,
right.
and then
a lot of people
also
are freaking out about that.
They also said that there was an Iranian mothership that was off the coast that was launching drones. They said that wasn't real either.
Yeah, because they're talking about the nuclear thing, whether there's some sort of radiation, whatever, but also a gas leak. Like, it's a gas leak, one of those things, whatever. It's a weather balloon.
Nobody believes it because they've been caught in so many lies.
Right.
So it's hard to really decipher what actually is going on. We don't really have that problem here. We're not seeing them here. So,
and what makes it worse, to lie or to tell the truth? Because if you're seeing all these drones and you're saying, "Oh, it's just we're looking, it's a gas leak, whatever," or you say, "Yeah, there's some nefarious activity going on, and we're trying to find something out."
The problem you do that, and it becomes, "Oh, the government's spying on us," and that's where everybody loses their mind.
But you don't do that, and they go, "Oh, the government's spying on us."
Right, but look how long they've been doing it, and they just go, "Not us."
It says the possible symptoms of being exposed to radiation: nausea and vomiting,
vertigo,
diarrhea, headache, fever, dizziness and disorientation.
Oh boy, yeah.
Weakness and fatigue, hair loss, and bloody vomit and stools.
No.
You have some more than others.
I have regular vomit.
So a lot of.
If you've been in the steam box too long,
go through it again. I'll tell you. I'll check them off.
Nausea and vomiting.
No.
Headaches.
No.
Diarrhea.
No.
Fever.
No.
Dizziness and or disorientation.
A little bit.
Weakness and fatigue.
No.
Hair loss.
No.
Bloody vomit and stools from internal bleeding.
No, not at all. Yeah. So
yeah.
Only a little bit of.
Just a little dizzy.
If people in Jersey are getting these symptoms, they're being exposed to radiation.
Could be.
Or they could just be being exposed to Jersey.
Yeah.
Jersey stinks.
A lot of hair loss and low blood pressure.
So look around at the Sopranos.
I guess
a
lot of gabagool.
Maybe it's been radiation along forever.
It's also being exposed to gabagool.
Yeah.
All those symptoms.
I left that part out.
Yeah.
So I got an email back from Spanish that he was trying to change his other job shift so that he could be here for Under Oath.
Okay.
And that he was going to let me know, and I did not hear anything back from him. So I have to make the call at this point that it's not happening because we need to plan this sort of stuff. But we do have a surprise for tomorrow. Mike Olivero is coming over, and he is going to administer Under Oath tomorrow, the last Under Oath of 2024. Here's the deal. You know Mike's email address. You guys know Mike's email address. Say, Galvin, you have a question about Gio that you feel it'd be too sensitive to ask Gio, but you want to ask him anyway.
Okay.
You could send it, and Mike Olivero is going to anonymously read the question.
What the hell did I do?
Not necessarily you. Like, say, Carmen, have you ever
questions?
Carmen, have you ever pleasured yourself in the stink box or the sauna box, whatever it's called? Steam box. Yeah.
In the steam bag?
Happening?
Yeah. But I don't want to.
Stink box is extra.
I don't want to be the one to say that, so I won't add. But I can send it to Mike. Well, I'm making up questions just in cases. It's a Joe.
Yeah.
Did you feel bad when you urinated on Mike's Sprinter? But I don't want to make Joe feel bad and say it from me, so I wanted to just come from an anonymous source.
I know, but that's fine. We can have Mike Olivero be involved, but you could also say Billy from Hudson asked this.
Right. Well, I just think it's better if it's in here, and then also people can email Mike and they could ask him questions. Do you think we should not have Mike? You think we should eliminate Mike?
No, it's fine, whatever. Yeah. But
But also, I feel like that's kind of and that's kind of just part of Under Oath. Like, you gotta, if you want to know it, then you have to own up that you were the one asking the question.
No, I think you should ask me if I was the one that asked that question Under Oath,
and then say challenge.
Yeah.
It was in the book.
I think it would be good if people could email Mike Olivero and ask him to ask questions.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If the audience can email their questions too, yes. That I like.
And they could do it through social media, and they could do that. And then tomorrow he'll be able to ask those questions to us. Okay, good. We're going to do that at 8:00 tomorrow. It's going to be our last Under Oath of the year. What else? Do we have anything else tomorrow that I need to know about?
Maybe something that I'll know later
right, but
today.
anything else?
No.
Okay. So that's going to be the focus of tomorrow's show. That, and that'll be at 8:00. Then after that's over, maybe something else we're working on. Surprise. Then on Wednesday, we have a lot going on Wednesday.
We do.
What do we have? I don't even know.
Wednesday.
I just know it's a lot going on.
Dizzy is going to be.
Oh yeah, end of the year reviews.
Doing year in reviews.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now is that it, Gio?
What do you mean?
Well, because Gio messaged me about timing and this and that because there was something else, and then I asked Dizzy, and Dizzy said he did not hear from you.
Oh no, I talked to him now.
Okay.
Since then, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, no, and also Ronnie's coming in on Wednesday.
The last behind the music,
deep inside the music. Yes.
Sorry, before the end of the year, and then on Thursday we have our Christmas special.
A lot of stuff's going on.
Where we got a lot of people coming by. We'll be here, of course. Dom will be here. Ian will be here. Martine will be here. Olivero's coming by.
Cody's going to jump on.
Cody Tucker will join us from
Tony
Texas.
Burton's also going to jump on.
Do we know if Cody got his thing yet?
No, I was going to reach out today and find out.
He should. My guy said it was 3 days he'd have it. So
I was going to tell him, let me know when you get it.
All right, good. And then we got to do our gift exchange and the whole year, and don't forget death pool payments as well.
Death pool payments, yeah.
Cash on the barrelhead.
Yep.
Now is Carmen coming here Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. Dizzy's running the board.
Yes.
Perfect. All right.
It's a packed week.
I'm wondering. Do you remember when Miguel and Holly decided that they were going to tell everybody that they quit at 8:00?
Oh, family meeting.
And I told everybody at 7:00.
Yeah. And that guy got really mad.
So mad.
Oh my God.
He got so mad he quit.
Yeah.
He got so mad he quit.
I think that's why they quit too.
I have never worked with a bigger pussy than Will Calder. And I don't even know that guy. I never actually had to work with him. I met him like 2 times, but I've heard the stories of that day. He was running around crying at people. Shut up, you loser.
I have the video on my phone somewhere. Do you remember when they were trying to do a stunt in the hallway on roller skates?
Yes.
And we opened the door and kept horn blasting.
Yeah. And that guy almost lost his mind. He
got all scared, and then
out.
his face goes from complete just scared terror to anger.
Yeah. So who was that? Was that Will?
Yeah.
It was Will, and I remember they were trying to see if Miguel could roller skate down the hallway, and they were live on the air, and we opened the door and started horn blasting live on the air.
I'll never forget, Delilah was in the building, and there was the whole day, Delilah's coming, Delilah's coming. And Delilah may be a great person, I don't know, but Delilah's coming. And the minute they walked her in and she passed the door, I horn blasted her from the thing. And Shark was the program director at the time, and he comes in, he goes, "Did you just horn blast Delilah?" I go, "Yes." And he goes, "That's pretty good." See, Shark got it. Shark got it. Shark goes, "That's pretty good." And he walked out. And he didn't say anything. He just walked out.
I'll dig up the video. They're so mad because they're live trying to do some type of bit, and we're just blasting it. It's going out over the air on Hot 101.5. Man,
it's part of the. We're neighbors.
Yeah,
so what happens.
Just a goof.
You started this by saying you were wondering.
Oh, I'm wondering if whatever goes on with Roger and JP, January 6th, we just talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, family meeting.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, maybe I'll if we ask. I thought
just do it and then ask later.
I thought people knew.
Do you know?
Oh, don't do that to me. Gio, you're trying to get me to say it now.
Because I know, but he doesn't know.
I don't think you know.
Like, you know the new lineup?
Sure.
Or like the new, like what's happening now?
I definitely know.
I do.
Yeah.
I found out from Trucker Tony.
He said, "Come back." 10-4.
I don't know what bothers me more when somebody like Trucker Tony pretends that he know. I know or that somebody trusted you and that you're opening your mouth. You know what I mean? Like, if you did know something, then you'd know to shut your face.
Yeah.
Then not to be. This just shows what a dick you are.
Oh, Trucker Tony's nice.
He's a dick. Oh. That's a dick move. That's just a dick move. It's an amateur dick move.
Or does he not know anything and he's just trying to get you to talk or get somebody to talk?
Maybe somebody set him up. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that somebody speculated what they think is going to happen, and he's running with that like he's somebody special, like he's got some information. That's all.
What do you know?
I know this guy. I know everything. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, Mike. I just want to wish all of you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you have a great vacation. I saw you yesterday. It was so funny because I was working the back of the stage and you were coming through. And at first, the guy where I was at, Paul, I don't know if you heard Paul.
No.
Oh, okay. He was the one making the sign on the big check.
Okay.
He was like,
how do you spell this? Is it Calta? I'm like, no, it's Calta.
Thank you for clarifying.
By the way,
Mike Calta.
What is your name, ma'am?
I'm Carol.
Carol. Doesn't she sound like everybody's Aunt Carol?
Yeah.
Right? You have but you have a very like talk to Aunt Carol. Oh, hey, Aunt Carol.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Very familiar voice.
I love you guys. You're my family. I love you.
Well, thank you, Punk, and I appreciate that. And tell Paul I said thank you.
I was hoping that was a lady that waved you off to the parking lot.
By the way, you weren't supposed to park there.
Yeah, I was hoping. I got fired because I let you park there.
It's just those sort of things just make me laugh. They don't even make me mad anymore. It really would take a lot to make me mad these days because now I just go, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to leave the event and have Melanie Martin losing her mind and go, where are you? You were supposed to be here. And I go, yeah, I tried, but Fran wouldn't let me park.
Yep. Had to leave.
I got to tell you, we were talking about 2025 resolutions and stuff. That is one thing that I am actually going to try.
Come on.
What?
I don't like I like Dick Galvin.
Just with my wife. Just with my wife.
Oh, okay.
You gonna try to be nice to your wife?
No. I'm always very nice to my wife. I'm not going to get as frustrated about other people to my wife. I think. You know what I mean?
Like, don't sweat the little things.
Yeah. Carmen, good luck is absolutely right. Yeah. I don't think it's going to, but I'm going to make a concerted effort to try where it's just like, oh, I guess that person's an idiot. Just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Gio, it's interesting you said about don't sweat the little things. My wife said something to me yesterday, and I looked at her and I go, listen to me. It's over. It happened. It's done. Fix it. Move on. That's it. That's the way you got to do it. Everything. If you sit there being mad about something, it happened. It was wrong. It's done. It's fixed. Forget about it. But nothing. We were already past it. Let it go.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. That's how I do things because now if I don't, I get caught up in it and it infects my head. So now I'm like Joey. Yeah.
That's why I pull up next to people with a gun in traffic and ask them why they're so upset.
Oh.
And then I feel better.
Yeah. No, I know. Better. Everybody wants to know, but that's the whole thing. You could have just let that go. But that's what I do too. That I have to understand. Why would you think that was a good? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like Joey. Joey went to Rolling Loud,
right?
And let's say he was supposed to spend $100 and he spent $400 because of a misunderstanding and blah blah blah. And I looked at her and I said, "It's $400. It's out of our lives forever. We're fine. It's bad. Let it go." And she's like, "Okay, that's it." And that's what I'm talking about. Guys in traffic, they deserve everything. Yeah. All right. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike Calta. That was an awesome concert yesterday afternoon at the TSO concert.
I know. Mike Olivero said he gave you tickets for the show.
I was. He gave me instructions when they made him at the box office. They were awesome seats. I think he spotted me yesterday when you were on the stage.
He did. So what were you going to do? Just hang out there and wait till see if there were any tickets left? Like, what's the plan?
No, I wasn't. I knew you guys were going to get them for me. That's why I followed the instructions. My friend Chris did that stuff. He ended up buying them anyway.
He ended up buying them, but you did not know that you were going to get them. But anyway, I don't know. Mike Olivero, I saw Mike, and he goes, yeah, I saw Medicine Man out there. I hooked him up with tickets, and I thought, that's just hilarious.
I mean, he's really a nice guy. I like him. He's cool. He looked great yesterday.
What are you getting him for Christmas?
You guys look so great on the stage, presenting the check to the people.
Doing what?
For the charity.
Doing what now?
He looked fantastic on the stage yesterday, and it was awesome handing out the check for charity when you did his presentation.
Doing the what? What connotation?
The presentation for the check you were giving it to charity yesterday. That was awesome.
It took you a few tries, but you got it. You came back around.
Medicine Man, you ever been to the Red Room?
Not yet.
You should go on Saturday. Go Saturday. I think it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I had a blast yesterday at the concert, and even the night before, I was at another concert.
He has his own agenda.
Okay, Medicine Man, thank you. Did you see who I met yesterday, Galvin?
You
at
bet.
TSO?
No, who?
So I'm walking through the curtains and talking to the guy from TSO, and I go, hey, is Jeff Scott so with the tour? And he goes, yeah, Jeff's here. And I was like, okay. But I had met Andrew, the other singer, and I didn't see Jeff. I didn't want to go, can you go get him, or whatever. So I didn't want to bug him. And he ended up texting me after. He goes, hey, I just heard him call your name on stage. Are you still here? And I was like, no, I had to leave. but then they're like, yeah, we got Jeff Scott Soto here and Blas Elias on drums. And
really?
I went, from Slaughter?
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. I go, get out of here. The guy goes, yeah, you want to meet him? I go, damn right I do. So he went and got him and brought him out, and Blas came through the thing, and I was like, I got to tell you, I'm an old school Slaughter fan. I'm very excited to meet you. And he goes, he couldn't have been a nicer guy.
Yeah.
And I go, can I tell you something else? I go, yeah. I go, you're gorgeous. He started laughing, and I go,
you still look good?
Still, I'm like, you haven't aged at all. And the guy from TSO goes, we say that all the time. He goes, the guy from TSO said Blas eats more than anybody he's ever seen and doesn't gain weight and doesn't age.
That's
at all. It's unbelievable. And then I thought about it. I said to Mike Calta, I go, how weird is that if you just went out to meet somebody and that guy, that giant man on the other side of the curtain just told you how gorgeous you were?
Yeah, right.
It's got to be a weird feeling.
Funny, Blas, after Slaughter, for a little while, was playing with Blue Man Group.
Oh, yeah. He didn't shave his head, though.
No, I was going to say, you don't put that face in blue and cover it all up.
Definitely
and
not.
Take the hair away.
Yeah, it was very nice. And he said that he and Mark Slaughter had just talked on the phone, and that they're coming. He's coming through. He's playing with Stephen Piercy next summer, and they want to come by. I was like,
nice.
Absolutely. I think that'd be great. So, all right, Ian Beckles is here. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to him and remind you that tomorrow is Under Oath. Want to get your best questions in, things you always wanted to know about the show, things that we. Hey, listen, I'm going to be honest with you right now. Unless I get on the air tomorrow and spoil something organically about the Roger and JP situation, unless I spit out and I go, hey, you know what's happening with this? Don't ask me Under Oath because I'm not going to say it. That means somebody already said to me, don't open your mouth, stupid. Don't say anything.
If possibly there's anybody we work with, can they also send their questions to Mike Oliveira?
100%. So that if they don't want to ask us directly, they can ask through Mike Oliveira.
Yeah.
So if Ian has some questions and he doesn't want to ask Pap about it because he doesn't want to put Pap in a bad spot, but secretly does want to put Pap in a bad spot,
Everybody
he
does.
can do it through Mike Oliveira. Yeah. You know how it goes, Joe.
Yep.
And the idea was to bring Spanish in and let him partake. And he had been up until now pretty good about responding, and he may just be busy this morning. But I did text him to hear if there's any final word and so far nothing.
When was the last time you talked to him? When was the last time he responded?
On Friday, but that was on
Friday.
time. On Friday, he said he was trying to switch his shift. He didn't know if he could do it, and he said that he would let me know over the weekend or maybe today, and I haven't heard from him yet.
I'd give him to the end of the day.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is he's been responsive. It's not like he blew me off.
Right.
So if it happens, it happens. If not, we'll be fine, and we'll do Under Oath either way.
Gotcha.
All right, we'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I have some sad news for you.
Oh.
Should I play the music like somebody passed away?
I mean, if you want to.
Okay.
Oh, no. The end of the year?
It's when they all go. Beginning and end.
I should have called my shot.
Nobody has passed away.
Oh.
we may put a little too much on this. You have upset Trucker Tony.
Oh, no.
Who?
Trucker Tony.
Oh, come on.
He said, he wrote this to all of us. He said, all I said was I know. He's talking about the whole Roger and JP thing and all the different stuff, whatever. And he said, and that's from what somebody told me. I never said what I know.
No. No. He's a liar.
I do nothing to get attention.
Oh, you liar.
Saying that.
He put it online and he said, I know what's happening with Roger and JP because an ex-employee told me. It's exactly what he said. Tell me I'm wrong.
By the way, you saying that was a dick move and it hurt.
No. Trucker Tony, you're a dick. You're the one that said.
No, he's saying you saying that it was a dick move hurt him.
Yeah, it should. It should hurt him right in the dick.
All right. Mike's the dick or Trucker Tony's the dick?
No, saying that it was a dick move, saying that Tony, that was a dick move that he did to say that stuff, whatever.
Getting on social media and saying, look, I have no doubt that Trucker Tony talks to ex-employees like maybe Trucker Soul Brother Kevin, who I talked to on Friday and has no idea what's happening at the radio station. Thought he had an idea, but has no idea. And he Trucker Tony got on social media and said, I know what's going on because I talked to an ex-employee of the radio station and I know. That's a dick move. It's a dick move because A, you don't know, and B, you're trying to act like you're somebody better than you are. That's a dick move.
I still like Tony.
I didn't say I didn't like him. I didn't say I didn't like him. I just said he made a dick move.
And that makes you the dick?
But what is a dick move? Because he didn't say anything.
Yeah, be pounding his chest and be like, I know, I'm privileged information. I'm a special guy.
Yeah, but everybody likes that. Everybody likes to be in the know.
Everybody likes to be that, especially the ones who really aren't, but like to pound their chest and pretend that they are. That bugs me. I'm sorry.
All right.
Tony, you're out.
Ian came in here, thought he knew. Dick.
Oh, man. I like that. I like that.
Now
Cookie
he's a dick
Monster.
too?
I thought I knew.
I could say that from 3 lengths away.
Did Mike hurt you as well?
I don't get hurt that easy. I'm not that sensitive.
Listen, Trucker Tony, the phone number is 800-771-1025 if
He's
you want to call in.
trucking.
Yeah.
You keep
Yeah,
on-
you can't talk on the phone.
He's
and drive.
bringing goods across America.
Let me
He
tell you
keeps
something.
his eyes on the
Of
road.
all people,
hands
he's
at
got
10
the
and 2.
headset on. He should be. In fact, he's calling right now.
Oh.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, it's Trucker Tony.
I like Trucker Tony.
So do I.
I didn't say I didn't like him. I said he made a dick move.
I'm not a liar.
You are
I
a
never-
liar.
all
You got on the
Listen,
air and said that you knew what was happening
on
at the
the
radio.
air.
I mean, on the social media. Shut up. On
on
social
your
media.
on your post, where everybody was commenting stuff, and I wrote, I know what's happening or what's going on. It was told by me from somebody who used to work there, but I'm not saying anything because I was sworn to secrecy. That's all I said.
Right away, you
that's
threw
all. I
SBK
never
under the
said
bus.
another word.
Right away,
I never said no.
Right away,
you
you threw
did
SBK.
yesterday morning. You did yesterday morning.
Yo, yeah, I did because I
it was
knew
never-
everybody knew who you were talking about.
I talked to more than one. I talked to Hoppy sometimes. I talked to a lot of people.
And you think Hoppy knows one thing about this radio station? Hoppy still thinks he's coming back.
You're right. But I never said what I know. All I said is I know. I should have said I think I know, but I was wrong. I apologize for ever commenting on your post.
What do you hear about it? What do you know?
I was told I'm not going to say anything.
Why? Go ahead. I'm telling you, say it now if you know.
I don't know.
Now you.
But listen, I don't do stuff to get attention.
What are
You
you
did. You 100% did it to get attention. It's the only reason you posted it to get attention.
Reveal your sources.
I know his source is Soul Brother Kevin. His source is Soul Brother Kevin, and Soul Brother Kevin admittedly on Friday did not know what was going on.
Did nobody commented.
knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody knows my sorrow.
Nobody called me and texted me or asked me anything. Hey, what is it? What is it? 'Cause I would never tell anyone.
Okay, so
I'm not going to say now what I know.
But you said that you knew something,
you're
and you
right.
said you knew
You're
it from
right
an
about
ex-employee.
You're right about who I heard it from.
All right, but here's Tony.
I'm not going to say what he told me.
Tony, here's
Because
the
he
thing.
doesn't know, and you don't know either.
But here's the thing, Tony,
Okay.
is you can say it because it's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
so
allowed.
say it.
So you're allowed to say it. That's your cue to say it.
Hello?
All right. No. All right.
Oh, are you?
No,
What we're saying is,
go ahead and say it.
say
because
what
it's
you
wrong.
say. You know.
The only thing I was told is that it's just Roger leaving, JP not leaving.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
Nobody.
Tony, the whole reason you put it up was to get attention, and you got it.
I didn't. No,
You
I
did.
didn't.
You
and
did.
I'm sorry I put it up.
You should be.
I'll probably never comment again.
Oh, come on.
Good job, Mike.
Now you got Tony not commenting.
Good.
I like Tony.
Tony, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your truck driving.
Also, can I just say this right now? I like Tony too.
It doesn't sound like it.
Listen to me. He's a good listener of the radio station. He just was a little bit out of line. He got out of line. That's all.
I like Trucker Tony, but if you want to be credible, don't say you know Hoppy.
Yeah.
That's not.
Don't say that you talked to
That's what
Hoppy.
I'm saying. That was the bad part of it.
Yeah. There you go. And that's that.
Tony, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
One time. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, I want to talk about
What? It's way too loud in the background. Way too loud in the background. Way too loud in the background. Way too loud. I can't hear anything in the background. Too loud. Too loud in the background. Whatever is in the background is too loud.
Hey, I want to talk about the football games.
You want to talk about the football games?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Is this excited Ray?
Okay.
I'm a basketball guy.
What? Are you drunk right now?
Yes.
Oh.
How long have you been drinking?
No.
No. Listen to me. You shouldn't be drunk at 9 o'clock in the morning.
If he started last night.
Yeah. What time did you start?
You're right.
You started
Which is a very unusual thing for me to do.
What about work? You're not doing work today? You don't have a job?
No, I got a job.
Well, I don't think you're going to be very effective at that job today. What are you, a surgeon?
Maybe it's a day off.
What do you do for a living, Excited Ray?
Nothing.
You just said you had a job.
How much is that?
No, I'm going to retire for 3 years.
He's been retired for 3 years, so he deserves to be drunk.
Trucker Tony just told me what his job is.
30 years. 30 years.
How old am I? You saying how old am I?
He loves us.
Yeah, you're the best. You're the best.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Enjoy a cocktail.
If you called this show every Monday drunk and talked about football, it'd be the best thing that ever happened.
No, I'm not. This is very exceptional.
You had a cesarean that was effectual.
Does Josh Allen deserve the MVP?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's good.
I actually won some money yesterday.
A lot of people think that.
You won some money yesterday.
Yeah.
Hard Rock Bet or just you and the boys?
No, the boys.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen to me. It's a pleasure to talk to you, but we got to get moving on. We're back to sober world now.
His buddy bet me wouldn't kiss something, and he did. And he won the money.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
What if you like it?
No, listen to me. You're going to make me block you.
I want to go back to the other guy.
One call a day, medicine man.
Hey.
Too loud. Too loud. Too loud. Too loud in the background.
I want to talk about football.
Too loud. Too loud. Too loud, Van Halen.
Can you give me a work?
Too loud.
Ride to work.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I love the way we all sang that on cue before, and we've never rehearsed that before.
Of course.
We're a bunch of goddamn professionals.
We missed TSO.
There's another poll in the chat.
Oh no, what is
it's
it?
whether or not you know the actual new lineup.
Me?
Yeah, 67% says no, you don't know.
Oh! What about me? Is there a poll for me?
No, it's just Mike.
Can I give you this information?
Yeah.
I am literally right now writing liners for the new shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shows.
I'll give you this. I allowed the new shows. I gave her the dominance for biscuit.
It's swinging. It's swinging in your favor.
Yeah.
Does Mike know the new Bone lineup? 79% says yes.
Of course I do.
Will you guys do what Galvin did and make a video?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, today,
Sure.
with today's date and everything.
I will put any amount of money on it.
Yes.
See, I believe Galvin knows because, yes, he does the liners. And, yes,
And you think Mike doesn't know?
How about
Hold
this?
on, I didn't get there yet.
right.
Jeez Louise.
Whoa.
Yes, Mike knows. Of course Mike knows. He's the one who hired and fired.
I want to talk about football. Can you give me a ride to work?
The trouble I've seen, nobody knows my sorrow. I never knew the second verse.
Number one show.
So dumb.
I certainly don't know the third.
So what is the speculation, Carmen? No, Galvin knows.
Galvin knows you know.
Okay.
I know.
And yeah, well, because Mike told you.
No, I heard
Joe
from somebody
doesn't
else.
listen. Okay.
Joe doesn't even know what's going on. He didn't know
Joe
what
doesn't, and Joe doesn't listen.
Are we
so
at work right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Joe Body knows. All right, let's find out how we did on our football picks this week.
You want to do that right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprise.
That was high. Well, that was just out of nowhere.
That wasn't your fault, Carmen.
Yeah, I know.
I just looked at the time and I was like, we probably should get to it before we run out of time again.
Also, if you want to save some trouble, Trucker Tony already told me who won.
No.
I'm kidding, Trucker Tony. I'm kidding, buddy.
Can I ask you? Well, I'm just going to put this out there and ask if everybody knows about it. Then we'll talk about it later.
All right.
Does anybody know about the portals that the Pope is opening on Christmas Eve?
Oh boy.
All right, we'll get to that later.
Welcome to Earth, Satan.
I don't know what goes on, but anyway, Carmen, what do we got? Who came in dead last?
All right, this week, dead last with 9 wins.
Wow.
Mike.
Oh!
And Ian.
Oh! C is for loser.
With 10 wins, Galvin.
Oh.
With 11 wins, Gio and Joe.
Samesies.
And myself.
Oh! A woman.
And this week's one. And this week's winner is
Another
Martine.
woman.
Damn.
With 12 wins.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
Got beat
today,
by a kicker.
more games.
What do you got?
I will say, tonight's games do matter.
Oh.
Okay.
Because
Double
we
header.
all have the Vikings. But Mike and Ian, you have the Raiders, which means if the Raiders wins, that means Galvin is also a loser.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, bro, I think you'll be right.
No, yeah, Crosby's even
Yeah,
out.
it's not going to happen.
I feel pretty good.
Because that would affect the overall standings as well.
Yeah.
Because right now in last place, with no matter what, you guys are losers. Mike, you have 2 wins, 5 losses. You're in last place.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Is everybody paying their death pool in cash on Friday?
If you want.
I do.
I was going to do Venmo, but you want cash.
I'd rather have cash.
And it's what, 250, 200?
I heard it was 5.
Yikes.
No, I heard it's
No,
$1.
$30.
No, it's 200, right?
200.
Yeah.
For death pool?
100 for me.
No, it is 100 for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Mike, you're in last place with 2 wins, 5 losses.
Why
Mike,
was that a concern?
Oh, you know why? Because I screwed up. Because I was going to go then take that money and pay off my football, but it's not over yet.
No.
No.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
What, 3 weeks to go?
Yes. And then Ian, 3 wins, 5 losses. 3-3. Pap, 4-4. Geo, 4-2. Myself and Martine. And as of now, 4-1. Galvin.
Ooh, could be 4-2.
Right.
Right. So then that would mean there'd be a 3-way tie.
Be
for
tight.
first. Yes.
But if the Vikings win tonight, I'm still good in first place, right?
Well, no, we all have the Vikings. It's the Falcons.
Okay.
Falcons versus Raiders.
Yeah.
Oh, Falcons versus Raiders. Oh,
Yes. Everyone has the Vikings. You have the Falcons. Mike and Ian have the Raiders.
Gotcha. So different games. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Yep,
So
2 games
Falcons
tonight.
and Raiders is the important one for me. I need
For
the
you.
Falcons to win. They need the Raiders to win to suck me down to their loser level. But not overall loser level, just this week loser level.
Right.
Is this Medicine Man calling constantly?
I don't know.
Can you see the caller ID?
Yeah. I don't know his number.
Hello?
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Nobody knows
the trouble I've seen.
You can start a sing.
Do you want to know? You want to know the rest of the lyrics to that?
Yeah. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows
my sorrow.
Okay.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Again.
Yeah.
Glory, hallelujah.
Oh,
all right.
No.
What is that, an old slave hymn?
No. Is it?
Yes.
I believe it is.
It is.
I mean,
have you seen?
Never mind.
We better shut that one down.
Yeah.
No, I
Have
think
you
that's what
seen
it
the
is.
best meme or the best video I've seen on the internet in a while? It's a woman and she's at one of those appraisal things. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
There is a collar, a metal collar on there, and she goes, and the appraiser's like, "What do you think this is?" And she says, "I believe because it's got 2 names. It's a slave collar, and the name at the top is the slave owner, and the name at the bottom is the name of the slave." And he said, "And where did you get this?" She's like, "Well, it's been in my family. I hope that my family helped release the slave, and that's why we have it."
Mm-hmm.
And the guy goes, "What you're looking at's a dog collar." And then the Curb Your Enthusiasm music kicks in. Oh, it's awesome.
Have you ever seen the one that the white, like heavyset white girl goes up to the black girl and goes, "Hi, I'm Melissa," and she says, "I'm so and so," and she goes, "That's a beautiful name. That was my mother's name," or something, whatever. And she goes, "It was given to me by a slave owner." This and she goes, "Sorry."
It was my grandmother. It was my grandma's name who was a slave.
Yeah, and she's like, "Sorry," and just looked down. So good.
Let me say this to all the Caucasians out there listening, okay? You didn't do it. Relax.
Yeah.
You didn't say you found out your great granny, was a slave owner. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
Relax.
Yeah,
that doesn't make you a bad person.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That's it.
It doesn't make you a bad person, but it makes you want to hang your head a little bit.
Listen, we all basically, the majority of us came from Genghis Khan. You know what I mean? Like you have it back in there. He was the worst murderer in the history of
I
murderers.
know. What I'm saying, like, it depends on how far you go back. Like, if you go back 2 generations to slave owners, and a lot of people own slave, but if your family was like one of the big plantations and all that, you're kind of like, yeah.
Well, if your father was a racist or your mother was a racist and you're not, to me, you're a wonderful person because you got through it.
Even better, yeah.
Okay, you see what I'm saying? So
I'm still to this day surprised my father's not racist.
Your father's a boss.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is my father being around all the crime that he had been around, both at work and out of work, but being around, I mean, at the time, Rikers Island population, black people were way high, and not having a prejudiced feeling towards and plus my father is a little rough around the edges, So the fact that he is so not homophobic and not racist is amazing to me. When the rest of my family pretty much was, not in a hateful way, but more of a prejudiced way.
Well, your father had maximum exposure.
Yeah,
and if you have maximum exposure, then you realize we're all just people.
Yep,
and there's white people that are a-holes, black people that are a-holes.
You know what it was, Ian? Is that my father said the guy who they made the movie about with Denzel Washington, who was a boss, who was like a crime boss.
American Gangster?
American Gangster.
Yeah.
Frank.
My dad knew him pretty
Lewis?
well when he was in prison. When he was in prison.
Wow.
And my dad said, totally well behaved, was very respectful, called you Mr. and called you this, and he goes, and as a result, we called him Mr. or whatever. He goes, you give it, you get it, That's just the way he was.
When I see your father, I haven't seen your father too many times.
Right.
When I look at your father, I wouldn't have to know him, and just know he deserves respect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's quiet.
He's quiet, but you could tell he's been through some stuff.
Yeah.
And listen, 10 years from now, I want to be that old cat sitting there in a corner, just respect him.
Sure.
Just give him respect. That's all.
Because that's what he's doing. He's giving it to you.
That's it.
So he'll expect to get it back.
Give him respect. Everything is going to be cool. Now, if you disrespect him, I could be that guy too now.
Did you hear me tell the story a couple weeks ago? That my dad had a guy at his house, a guy that I don't know that he's friends with. Looked like Paulie Walnuts, had the white hair, and and I only know this because I FaceTimed my dad. It was Thanksgiving. I FaceTimed him to say Happy Thanksgiving, and he turned the phone around, and there was this guy, and this guy was like, "Hey, give me," and I was like, "Who's that jack?" I didn't know who he was. It was his friend. Evidently, while that guy was there, my nephew Tommy was there, and my nephew Tommy had a guy that was from the Navy that was also there, and this guy was in the Army or the Marines or something. So he said to him, the Italian guy said to the kid, "So you're in the Navy?" And he's like, "Yeah." He goes, "That's what we used to call I'm making it up, the fags or whatever." He said something really insulting to him, but he was kind of like being like that, military tough guy kind of thing. Well, the kid clammed up for the rest of the night, didn't say anything because he felt weird around this guy. So now I'm at the following Sunday is my stepmother's birthday, and we're all there, and my father's making a phone call, and things are going. I'm like, "What's going on?" And he goes, "No, I'll handle it right now. My brother said, evidently, Dad's friend Pete called this kid that was here fag because he was in the Navy, and the kid got really offended by it. So my father gets the guy on the phone, on the speakerphone, and the guy's like, "Yeah. Did you tell this kid he was a fag while he was here?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, I was kidding. That's what we used to say when we were in the Army. We used to tell the Navy guys they were the fags." My father goes, "You tell this to a kid who just got out of the service, doesn't know you, meet you for the first time?" "Oh, geez, Tom, I was just making a joke or whatever." And my father goes, "Listen to me. You're going to write him a letter, and you're going to apologize to him, and you're going to tell him that you made a mistake." And the guy goes, "All right, I'll tell him." He goes, No, write him a letter and tell him that you're going to." Guy goes, "Tom, I swear I'm on it right now." And he hangs up, and I go, "Did you just give that bitch homework? You just gave that bitch homework."
Absolutely.
You just called a grown man and told him to write a letter to another grown man, and he said yes.
And didn't give me any options either.
Didn't give it, no.
I love it.
And the guy said yes, and I was blown away. Blown away.
Old school.
Yeah, man. There'll be none of that going on in Tom Calta's house.
You've told me some stories off air.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I went home thinking, those were real stories.
Yeah.
But they're on the cusp of mob stories, if I may say that. Because you told me a story once, I'm like,
because here's the thing.
I see that in mob movies.
But here's the thing. There's mob, there's Hollywood mob, and then there's real life mob. And I don't mean mob
Tampa Bay mob?
Yeah, there's Tampa Bay mob. There's plenty. I think I'd seen more exposure to mob people down here than I did when I was in New York.
Yeah, they're Malios.
In New York, I was just used to it. You know what I mean? Sure. Down here, I'm like, I know I won't go to that place. I remember moving here. I'm not going to say that name. It's like I moved here, and one guy was chasing another guy down the street with a gun outside his nightclub, and I'm like, yeah, that's a guy you don't want to mess around with. And that guy didn't go to jail. My dad's not in the mafia or anything like that. My dad was on the law enforcement side of things, but he knows a lot of people. And having been in that life and seen that thing and seen that operation, it's not as glamorous as you see on TV. It's a guy who lives in a one-bedroom house by himself, but is running numbers out of his kitchen, you know what I mean, and making $100,000 cash on the weekend, but he lives in a 1-bedroom apartment and drives a crappy car. I worked with another guy. I worked at a warehouse that hired a guy from the mob just to keep an eye on things, and he didn't even get, his wife was on the payroll. He wasn't even on the payroll. He just showed up every day. We thought his name was Gary. Turned out his name was Joe. He had a jacket on that said Gary. I didn't find out until I left. His real name was Joe. Yeah.
See, what you're doing is you're tying...
Are you serious? I got so many stories to tell.
You're tying in law enforcement with the mob, with your stories.
That's a very realistic life.
It makes me think that it's the same thing.
Yes.
Okay.